And we're back.
Back on popcorn.
Did you miss us?
They did.
How could you not?
Yeah.
Well, we are now 2 weeks into the fall television season.
That's right.
And I don't know about you. Actually, I do know this isn't true of you. You're not like me. You don't have two big piles of VHS tapes of all the stuff you've taped yet.
I do have a DVR.
Okay.
I do have a DVR.
Is it full of stuff that you, or does it have stuff on it you wish you could get to, but you haven't gotten to yet? Or?
Somewhat. Usually everything I want to get to, I get to, and then it'll be filled up with like South Parks and stuff that, on Comedy Central record reruns like every night, so those get deleted off quick. So usually I can get to everything I want. And this fall season, I have not invested in any new shows because I do it. So, we've talked about this before. You do it, and then the show gets canceled a month later, even if it's a good show sometimes.
Yeah.
So, then other times they're terrible, and you're like, why did I waste my time watching this? So.
Yeah, there's this show on Monday nights called Lone Star. I don't know.
It's already gone, right?
What is it? Did you hear that?
I think I read that. I did because I didn't know what the show was, but I thought I read it's canceled after 2 episodes.
It did have horrible first night ratings.
Yeah.
And I could have pretty predicted that because it was. I remember. I think they showed a trailer for that in the movies over the summer. I don't know if it was when you and I went to the movies, but I saw it a couple times. I'm like, so this is what they thought was their best show, I guess, best new show, because I didn't see trailers for other shows.
Yeah.
Movie theaters, and TV Guide or somebody said it was one of their top 5 shows. You really should watch this, blah, blah, blah. I taped the first episode, but then I heard the ratings were horrible. I'm like, it's probably going to be canceled soon. I'm not even going to watch it. And so, sure enough, now the word's on, man, the first casualty, Lone Star. And that's pretty brutal if it's like one of the, promising shows. But again, they said promising, and then it seemed like the new Dynasty or what. I'm like, I've been waiting for the new Dynasty to come around, or Falcon Crest or anything.
You don't miss Joan Collins?
Nah, not so much.
No.
But there was one show that, being who I am, I had to check out the first night. And again, you never know, it could be a flop and cancel. But I saw The Event, the first episode.
Oh yeah, I was intrigued by the promos, but I didn't even think to watch it.
Well,
how is it?
The first episode I thought was pretty good. But again, if you're one of those people that that they're throwing out a lot of questions and it's going to be a while before they get to the answers, then I would say, this is a warning bell. I'm kind of going with the whole, I've learned from Lost, I'm not going to expect the answers anymore. I'm just going to, if each individual show is interesting to watch, fine. But I'm not hanging out for some promise of a great revelation someday. Right. And I think if you approach it like that, then you'd be just going from week to week, am I entertained? If so, keep watching. Anyway, so the first episode ends, and I don't think if you see it eventually, it's not that big of a deal. But there's this plane, I think you saw it in some of the promos, flying towards where the president is, like he's in some kind of gathering. And I guess they might have been able to rush him out of there in time, but you never know. A plane crashes, what's going to happen? But before it gets to the ground, some kind of wormhole or something opens up, and the plane goes right into it and disappears. And that's how the first episode ends. You're like, what the hell? So I read in TV Guide, somebody said, if that plane ends up on the Lost Island, we are going to not watch this show. We're done with Lost. So, by the way, that reminds me, you didn't check out any of the last season DVDs of Lost, any of the extras or anything?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Supposedly, they have a little new short film called The New Man in Charge, like a 10-minute, 15-minute thing where they show Hurley working on the island,
after
and Ben being a second in command. Yeah, that's something, but they also say they offer some answers you didn't get in the finale, and that's where I go, no.
I might, now that you said that, I might Netflix that just to see it, because I've spent so much time on it.
Oh yeah, if you got the Netflix, then let me know if there's anything worth seeing, because I'm kind of I watched 7 seasons. If you couldn't get it done in that, I'm not going to
I was going to say I could rent it and lend it to you, but I'm on the Blu-ray now, and if you're still doing VHS, I'm guessing you don't have a Blu-ray player,
I'm so ancient. I'm still got the DVD player. Man, when is Blu-ray going to totally take over? And then
it is nice now.
Yeah.
You got to have the HD TV, obviously. But
right, so you got to. Brian has told me he got both a HD TV and Blu-ray, and he said, it'll change your life.
It really does. It's almost like I don't need to go to the theater anymore. It's that good. Now, the screen's not as big. You don't have the surround sound, although you can get a surround sound. at home, but it's just so crisp and clear. It's nice.
I mean, in some ways, it's got to be better than the theater experience.
You know, people talking on their texting. Yep. Why do you need to text in the middle of a movie?
Why
I can see your screen. It's distracting.
I know, the stupid blinking light. That's probably Brian's beef later. He's probably, I mentioned that. I hate that. Yeah, just like, come on, people. Don't even go to the movies if you can't sit there for an hour and a half or 2 hours and not go, I'm at the movies. But yeah, you know, and then some movies are they're not even digital. They're still showing film strip crap, and picture's not as good as a digital picture because it's got little things floating around in it and stuff. So, I mean, they're making it to where, people are not going to leave their house if these screens keep getting bigger and bigger, and once you get that surround sound, you've got it. You know, you got it locked, man. So, I would recommend, folks, just based on that first episode I saw. I think the event's gonna be pretty cool. And what else have I checked out? I thought there was one other new show. Oh, I did watch the new Hawaii 5-0.
I heard it was good.
Good pilot.
My aunt lives in Hawaii, and she was back in town, and she was telling me to check it out because we were I was over there a little while ago, and it's filmed in a lot of the places we were. So
if you're nostalgic for at least the Lost locale,
and Jen.
Yeah, and Jen, right? Exactly. You want to see Jen again. You want to hear him speak English. Then go see that. And I mean, it just looked like it was one of those that it looked like a fun show, and they kind of do a little more of CSI sometimes they get locked into this whole let's put stuff in test tubes and play goofy club music or something. And,
with cool shots.
And they kind of forget that, it's all really about cops and robbers. I want to see some shootouts. I want to see some punches, that kind of stuff. And it looks like Hawaii 5-0, they're going to be a little bit more on the action, almost A-team kind of side of things. So I'm down with that. I'm going to keep checking it out. But I got to say, the initial euphoria of the first week of premieres is already kind of
And to me, this season wasn't that much excitement, anything I really wanted to tune into. I mean, there wasn't much. I'm just going to keep watching the same shows. The Office.
A lot of retreads.
The Office is back, which it's going to be Steve Carell's last season. I don't know how they're going to continue the show without him, quite honestly. I don't think they should. They should just end it. You lose him.
Yeah.
Now, there are other funny characters on the show, but he's what runs the thing. He's the
Well, if you had to say one way or the other, would you make another person on the show the boss, promote from within?
Or what I would do is I would transfer Ricky Gervais in. And then have him be the boss.
That would be freaking awesome, man. Come on, Ricky.
Yeah. Get back on it, Ricky. I know you're a huge movie star now, but come on.
He says, the British Office, or as we call it in Britain, the Office. But, that's, who else is, this is the last season for?
No.
Prepare yourself, dude, if you haven't heard this. It's Oprah's leaving us.
Oh.
No more Oprah.
I'm not going to have anyone to tell me what books to read.
I know. How will I know what my favorite things are?
The one new show I did catch, just because it's on the same night as The Office and Community, is Outsourced.
Oh, okay.
The new sitcom about a guy who gets transferred to India to a call center.
Yeah.
It was just okay. And really, for one thing, I thought, man, is this going to be, maybe it's edgy, how are they? But really, it's making fun of us Americans. It's not making fun of so much. A little bit of poking fun maybe at the people working in the call center, but really, it's more of a shot at us. I mean, they work for a novelty company, so it's a bunch of cheesy novelties they're selling, like the Packer cheese heads and
nice
dancing boobs on a wall and stuff like that. So it's really a poke at our culture, and it was okay, but I don't know if it's going to last. And plus, I definitely don't want it. And Parks and Rec, which is another show I like, it wasn't on Thursday. I don't know if it will come back later, but I don't want that outsourced on at the expense of Parks and Rec, because I really did enjoy that one.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming back. I haven't heard that it's canceled.
Well, I think didn't whatchamacallit have an hour premiere, 30 Rock or something? Or how did they fill that extra?
It went like Community, 30 Rock, Office, and then Outsourced.
Oh,
and normally in the time slot that Outsourced is when Parks and Rec would show.
Huh.
So maybe they just did that the first week. Obviously, they want it after The Office, so because people tune into that show. So.
Or it could be maybe Parks and Rec is going to be a mid-season thing.
Could be. Who knows?
That would be weird, though. Why would they do that?
I don't know. That's a great show.
Because if that's a hot show, you don't know.
They got some funny characters in Parks and Rec. That one, Community, those are two good new shows that premiered last season that I enjoy both.
I heard Communities, early on.
Yeah, it was pretty good still. They
I'm going to have to check that out.
And then another one that I caught part of was, I can't say the title because it's a cuss word.
Oh yeah.
Bleep My Dad Says.
I saw that too.
It was. I didn't think it was that good.
Nah.
It's based off a Twitter page apparently.
Have you ever seen that Twitter page?
No, I haven't.
That's the thing. The Twitter page is hilarious. Just go to that, S-H-I-T, mydadsays.com.
Yeah.
And you can read all this stuff for free that this guy, don't have to do any commercials. I mean, you'll laugh. I mean, it's like when you first discover that, Chuck Norris stuff or whatever. Yeah. But so the show, I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, it's just weird going back and watching a show where, here come the laugh tracks and it's just so sitcom-y characters. It's like you need to calm down a little bit and try to develop. I mean, gosh, they have that one woman from Mad TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Nicole
the other guys
Sullivan.
from Mad TV too.
Oh,
They're
married.
Married. They're both of them.
Yeah. What happened to her, man? She get a nose job or something?
She's had some work done. I think she got another job too. At least it looked like that.
The nose looked like they made it longer and pointier. I'm like, nobody does that when they get a nose job. Her nose looked fine before, But maybe it was one of those, she thought it was pudgy, so let's smooth it out. And maybe to smooth it out, I don't know. I almost didn't recognize her.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's the first thing I noticed. Is she looks a lot different, and
her voice is so distinctive, though. You're like, it's got to be her, right? Shatner, you're looking a little haggard, I got to say. I mean, I know you've been looking haggard for years. You're like 80 or something like that, but maybe go to the gym. I don't know. Who am I to speak? But I don't. The comic, even his comic timing was just
I did.
It was off.
I saw like 10, 15 minutes of it, so I didn't even see the whole episode. But not a fan.
Oh well.
Not a fan.
What are you gonna do?
Yep.
So I don't know. I guess we don't know what to tell you people. There's a couple of shows here, but
get off the Facebook and Twitter and watch TV.
Watch, at the very least, support your local TV station. Yeah. So let's talk about the other thing worth watching on TV.
Football. Hey, look, the Rams are 1-2 and easily could be 3-0.
Right.
They really could.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So I'm encouraged. Sam Bradford's looking really good for a rookie. Mm-hmm. He's doing pretty good. If they had another receiver or two, which I was wishing they could pull off that Vincent Jackson trade, get him from San Diego. He's a number one wideout, but I guess it didn't work out. He could still be traded. But I don't know. I think it'll be an encouraging year. I think you might lose that bet. Didn't you say you bet your brother $100 they'd win? What, less than 5 games or something like that?
5 or less.
5 or less.
So they got to win 6.
Could happen.
Could be close.
It could happen.
At the pace they're currently going at, they will only win 5.
Yeah.
If they win 1 out of 3,
we'll 5. See, Seattle. Seattle's coming into town, and I think they're going to carry that momentum in from the Washington game, and they'll give them a run for their money. Maybe even win that one. Who knows?
I hope so, folks.
They need it. It's a big division win.
Yeah.
The division's still up for the taking. They could make the playoffs at 8-8. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs.
That's what my brother was saying.
A team seriously could be like 8-8 or 7-9. I think in that division to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
He thought they might be in first if they won this game on Sunday, but they're not in first, right?
Well, if they win on Sunday and then Arizona loses, they would be.
Oh, okay.
Because San Francisco's 0-3.
He thought they were going to be in first if they won the game this past Sunday.
Oh, no, I don't think so because I'd have to look. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure, Seattle or Arizona has the same record, and Arizona beat us. So.
Oh, right. If a team beats you.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody in the division has won 2 games?
Seattle might have.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Seattle might have. But.
So, I fell asleep during a big part of it because I was just wiped out. But I thought it was weird that they did so well when Jackson was on the sidelines.
Yeah, that was a surprising thing. You lose him. He's your main guy. You think, okay, here we go. They're going to fold things up. But no, the offensive line continued to play well. They had good play calling. Yeah. I think that's the main thing, too. A lot of people were saying that the play calling this past week against Washington was a lot better than it had been in the previous games. When they actually had like a 3rd and 12, they threw the ball to get the first down. They didn't just throw a safety 2-yard pass or even worse, try to run it up the middle or something like that. They went for the first down. And good teams do that,
Yeah, that's what my brother was saying was a problem, that not throwing it far enough or not getting it out there.
Are you playing fantasy this year?
No, I finally bowed out just because I really didn't anticipate this being a good year for the Rams. So maybe this is good. My decision not to be in fantasy, they're like, Boehme, we're going to get you back into there. They totally did it for me. But I really only got into fantasy as part of a thing to keep watching the Rams and, paying attention to other things in the league too. But I thought, my prediction was that they were going to lose the game Sunday, that they were going to lose the upcoming game, and that it would just be a kind of, everybody would go, okay, right, they're not any better, so we can all forget about saying how much promise they have now. But like you said, I don't know so much about the second game, but the first game, they definitely could have won that. I mean, I saw some pretty pathetic moments in the second game that made me think, what in the hell is going on?
Yeah, they were at least in the game, but you're right. I mean, a couple things here. There early on, they blew missing field goals is a big thing. They did that in the first 2 games.
That's kooky.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well.
Yep.
So, let's see. And we saw one movie recently. Man, it must have been a month ago now.
It was.
The Other Guys.
The Other Guys, very funny. If it's still out in theaters, you haven't seen it yet, check it out.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah, coming out. They bring them out sooner now because all this piracy, so.
Yeah? Is that why they're doing it?
Well, I suspect that's one reason. Because they'll be up on the internet before.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be wait a good 6 months, even a year before it to come out on DVD or video.
Yeah, it's hitting those. They have those new. You can download movies now. It's hitting those subscription services, whatever you call
iTunes,
them.
as well.
iTunes, right, and Charter downloads and all. So that's Netflix. The other big pop culture news of the week. Blockbuster has entered bankruptcy.
I know, it's sad. I grew up with Blockbuster. Going to Blockbuster on a Friday night, picking out a movie, getting some candy. That was a nice little tradition, and people don't need it anymore. But Netflix and streaming and the internet. You're right. I mean, it's killing them.
I don't know, man. I mean,
they had the same kind of services as Netflix. I guess they weren't able to adapt. I'm not sure.
I'm actually on Blockbuster Online now because I got tired of not being able to find stuff in the store. So I'm like, okay.
And also, I think they rent games too.
They do,
which is that Netflix doesn't have games. I don't think so. That's you would think that would boost their sales a little bit, but I don't know. Apparently, they're going for bankruptcy.
Well, and then once they clear their debt and everything, I'm sure they'll be restructured and
it's not like they're going to be gone.
Yeah, the new CEO will probably come in and say, shut down all the bricks and mortar stores and put it all online. But see, that's the problem I have. I mean, then you're just another, exactly like Netflix. And I'm just like, people, are we going to make it to where we don't leave our houses anymore?
Right.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I need more reasons to leave the house, not less. If I'm just going to be sitting around in my house all the time, it's going to be boring. Even I watch a movie. I'm not going to watch, movies on my computer or anything like that. So, I mean, I guess if I hooked it up to my TV or something, but it's just a bummer, man. You can't go to record stores hardly anymore.
Yeah,
you can't.
You're right.
I mean, you got to drive all the way to Del Mar or whatever if you want to do that.
At least that, and that's a good one to go to. That's worth the drive.
That's pretty awesome.
Vintage vinyl, but
you're
right. You can't, there's no. I mean, our society's just changing, Tim.
I know.
We're getting old. It's passing us by.
We are getting old.
You can't go to the mall anymore and go to Camelot Music and go to the candy store and go to the arcade. Are there any arcades? Where can you go to play video games?
They shove in like 5 video games at the movie theater or something like that. Yeah.
And now I understand that, used to be you couldn't get the good graphics at home, the arcade games looked way better than a Nintendo or a Sega, but now, the PlayStation games look just as good as anything in the arcade, but still, it's still fun to go to the arcade.
Yeah.
Play. I guess Dave & Buster's is still around, and you can drink there. So
there's just got to be. I mean, it's like Redbox. That's and I go there. I get a movie for $1. Who's going to pass that up? But it's like, where's the ambiance? I mean, it's like I'm a crack, addict, standing on the corner waiting to get my fix here.
And then, or you got to go into a McDonald's.
Go inside McDonald's.
Yeah. And then if you just want to return one, you have to wait behind the people like looking through to get their title. That to me, that's dumb. They should have a separate return slot and a separate slot to search for the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's dumb.
And I just like the whole, I mean, it's like the radio. Radio, you just turn it on and you randomly, whatever comes across. Blockbuster's sort of like that. You're just strolling around the store, looking at stuff for random. I guess you could still do it all online, but it just seems like you're seeing you can, you got stuff to hold, and So, well, farewell, Blockbuster. You'll be around for a while,
but just something else that's changing.
It's a bummer. Yeah, Movie Gallery, they closed their last
Hollywood
shop.
Video, are they still around?
I think they're gone too. Yeah. So somebody should step up. I want to see Donald Trump or somebody. Come up with just do something. Hire immigrant workers or something like that. You can do it. To sell us our DVDs. Oh, well, I think that's all we got on the old pop culture thing.
We should probably move on. What else is coming up?
We've got, Jim and I are going to look at a couple Hitchcock flicks today. Brian and I are going to review the new Wall Street movie, Money Never Sleeps. It's just a weird title to me, but whatever.
Yeah, Gordon Gekko.
Gordon Gekko.
I thought it was like when I kept hearing those commercials, not paying attention. I thought it was a Geico commercial, like a joke. You know? What do I know?
Gordon Gekko.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I just it's Michael Douglas. I love him.
Yeah.
Slick back hair, cigar, it's all there. And then Wesley and I are going to look at a movie called Bloodshot. Bloodshot. Bloodlust.
Bloodlust. That's even better.
Yeah, it is better. But basically, it's that whole, the most dangerous game. You've heard. Yeah, it's sort of like that. So, anyway, we'll stick around, folks. We'll talk about more movies.
Bye.
Very affordable. They have a convenient tutoring schedule that works around my schedule.
Jefferson College is very challenging.
They have a diverse campus.
This is the very beginning of the second part of my life, and I have a new sense of direction and a new passion in my life.
They are committed with my success.
The quality of education here, I would give it a 10.
I'm Kimberly Clark.
I'm Shayna Payton.
I'm Jose Soloria.
I'm Rachel Schrage.
I'm Della Selman.
I'm Nick Schaefer.
I'm Stacy Self, and I discovered my future at Jefferson College.
Actually, I think our new things would be popcorn. We might get sued for that one though. So anyway, we're back, folks, and it's. You remember that? That's the Batman theme. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember Batman.
Batman, yeah. Adam West.
You look marvelous, by the way. I want to say that. You look marvelous.
We're going to do old SNL characters.
Yes. You look marvelous,
well, to look good is to feel good, right?
Yeah, it's better to look good than to feel good. It's better to look good than to feel good. Yeah. Yeah.
So, speaking of more
we're
highbrow...
doing, and I don't know if I can do this imitation, but Alfred Hitchcock.
That's your Hitchcock impression?
Well, it's lame. Because it's basically it's the Queen's English, but in a very creepy way. But this is, for those of you who don't know, is one of the quintessential directors. I think Quentin Tarantino is perhaps as famous a director, and actually he acts in some of his films, as Hitchcock always had a bit part, although I can't remember in the movie that I'm going to review.
No,
if he was in it, I don't think he was in it. But was he in yours?
No, he wasn't in mine either. I don't know. Now,
I mean, and by being in the movie, we're talking about sometimes he's just getting on the bus, or he's just a small cameo, but it was sort of his trademark. And by the way, this guy was so famous as a director that there was an old television show in either the 50s or 60s where it was they used to have a lot of half-hour dramas, and there was the Alfred Hitchcock anthology. And this was quite a common thing. Some television programs and themes have gone by the wayside because now they always have characters and they build on them, but it was a different story every week. And I remember one where, there was a husband who would always like to bet people on whether they can guess something or other, and the penalty was he would be able to chop a finger off.
Right.
And it was revealed at the end that she had took all his money, so he couldn't do this. She only had 2 fingers left, or 3 fingers left. So.
Yeah, it's interesting. You mentioned Tarantino.
Very creepy.
Mentioned Tarantino before. There's a movie, I can't think of what it's called, something like Something Rooms, like 4 Rooms or something. And it's an anthology thing, sort of like we were talking about. Each of the rooms in this hotel are directed by a different director, different story, different characters. And one of the rooms, there's a guy, Tarantino, who directed this segment. He's one of the characters in it. Bruce Willis, I think, is another character, and somebody else. And he actually recalls that episode of the Alfred Hitchcock show, and he says, "We're going to do that tonight here. We're going to chop off a finger, whatever." Yeah.
That Steve McQueen was. There were a lot of famous people before they became stars. Steve McQueen was the character in it. So that was quite famous.
Yeah, so 4 Rooms.
And Tarantino, obviously, in Pulp Fiction, which is one of my top 8 movies of all time. I'm still struggling to get the other 2, I think, but he plays a pretty famous character in that. Yeah. He's Jimmy, I think, is what his.
Yeah.
So
anyway, obviously Hitchcock very influential. Anybody who does anything remarkable at all with suspense in movies these days, I think they owe some kind of debt to Hitchcock. He became the...
and camera angles. I remember I took an art course in college, and you could do your paper either on painted art, sculpture, or film. And there was a trailer for Psycho or something like that, and I did it on that. And his angles, and as a matter of fact, I've included a couple. I just had them, if the boys do the
we'll see
filming. I think they they didn't tell me they didn't, so but they tacked something on, just some very, you can just tell that he's the director. And it's almost like he could have directed a silent film and done very well. And with silent film, you have to be able to tell the story just from the pictures, which is a lot more difficult. But he could do that. So, and I mean, you can just tell it's Hitchcock, and I think it's brilliant.
He's brilliant, and we could have. He has a long list of movies, and we
could do this again.
Yeah, we might come back to this. There's several other movies.
Because I have one that's my favorite. One of my favorite movies of all time is, could be in that top 8. Yeah. It's Notorious. That's a really good one. So.
And I really like Frenzy, but we're not doing those movies today. Today
we are doing
Dial M for Murder and
39 Steps.
And both, I mean, the difference, the contrast we wanted to show is like one of his first movies, I guess.
Yes, I decided to pick, I like several Hitchcock movies, but I decided to pick one that when he was an English director, and this is from England, and one of the interesting things about the movie is they talk about prices, and it's, 4 and 9, which 4 pounds and 9 pence or something like that. I don't know their currencies, but so they use the English currency. So I mean it's definitely in England. And then he became an American director. But
yeah, mine's set in England too. So.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. So.
But a lot of his, Psycho and several others. North by Northwest gets into the monument in South Dakota.
Yeah. Okay.
Mount Rushmore.
Right.
Remember? Because the last chase is hanging on to Abraham Lincoln's nose or something like that.
Wait a minute.
I exaggerate a bit. I make a little bit of an exaggeration.
Mount Rushmore?
What's that?
Is Lincoln on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Lincoln, Washington,
Reagan,
Teddy Roosevelt.
Well,
there you go again.
So anyway, first movie we're going to look at
is Jefferson, by the way. We got to get. We are college professors. We should know these things.
We should. First movie we're going to look at is Dial M for Murder, and the other thing, I guess, just a couple other distinctions is that it's in color for one. Yours is black and white,
right?
And mine is yours moves around a lot from locale to locale, which is something I kind of liked about it, and what I like about something like North by Northwest. This one is very different from that. It's pretty much nearly all the action takes place in just this. This one area of the apartment, not even like you don't go into like other rooms, you're just kind of in the living room or something. And there's one other scene that's in like a card, some place where they're playing cards outside of the house, and there's just a couple brief exterior shots. But this is really, he took a play that was well established and he just filmed it. It's like, okay, somebody else's material, I'm going to film this, and so it feels like that because if you ever see movies based on plays, a lot of times it's lots and lots of dialogue because that's when you go to the plays. I mean, what else are they going to do, right? So, and that can go badly if it's not interesting dialogue, or sometimes you see a film adaptation of a play adaptation without that live feeling of it. It feels kind of flat. This, I got to say that the performances, particularly of Ray Milland and Grace Kelly, to me, brought it alive, and really, it's just kind of clever, witty little backs and forths a lot. So
both of them won Academy Awards for Best Actor and Best Actress in
not
other
on
movies.
This movie, but
in other movies. I believe Ray Milland's was The Lost Weekend, where he plays a drunk.
You know it.
And I can't remember the one for Grace Kelly, but.
Well, I was listening a little bit to the
Country Girl or something like that.
But. The DVD I had had a little making of kind of thing or whatever, just a little extra information, and they interviewed the director Peter Bogdanovich, and he said that he really thought Ray Milland should have won his Oscar for this movie. That this was probably his best.
Ray
performance.
Milland is incredible.
Ray Milland, yeah.
Who, by the way, plays one of the all-time great baseball movies. He's a professor, and I think he's with the St. Louis Cardinals, where he comes up with some magic potion that repels wood.
Whoa.
So he throws a pitch and it looks like he can't throw in Little League, but it just jumps over the bat and they win. They go on to do the pennant.
Yeah.
And it happens every spring, as I think. That's a great old film.
Well, in this movie,
so he can play comedic actors.
Yeah.
But in this one, he's very.
He's
just
sinister.
Like he was very. Well, he was the drunk in the one that he won the Academy Award for. So.
Oh right. Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
go.
I don't
to
know.
the
It's
scene.
hard to imagine. I haven't seen his other movies, so it's hard to imagine. But what he would do in other things. But he definitely seems well suited to the villain role. Just I don't know something. But he's the charming villain. He's sort of like almost like.
Well, as I say, he can play other characters because he was this absent-minded, clumsy professor who just happens to come. He's a chemistry professor and comes up with this formula.
Yeah.
So he can play that and just kind of like a goofball. Well, Fred McMurray was the same thing.
Right.
Fred McMurray was in the absent-minded professor, and yet he could be. He was a bad guy in some of his movies as well. In the Caine Mutiny, for instance.
Yeah. And everybody knows Grace Kelly, I guess. I mean, she's just got those piercing blue eyes. They show up in color.
It takes a thief.
So anyway, this first clip we're going to look at is establishing part of the ultimately Ray Milland wants to kill his wife, and we see in this first clip why.
Murder tends to be one of Hitchcock's themes.
Yeah, murder most foul.
Murder.
So in this first clip, we're just going to see a little scene of her and her. It's her lover, but she's actually. We learn that she ended things or stopped communicating with him a while back, and we figure out why in this clip. So,
alrighty,
let's take a look at that first clip.
We're back.
And we're back. So, it's pretty. I guess one thing you got to understand. This next clip we're going to look at. They're making the plot, and I guess the one thing, and I don't know, it seems overly complicated. At some point, they actually have a conversation because the American that you just saw in that scene, I think his name's Mark, he's a crime novelist. So at some point in the movie, the question comes up of, do you think you could commit the perfect murder? And in fact, when they remade this movie with Michael Douglas as the Ray Milland character and Gwyneth Paltrow as the Grace Kelly character, they even called it A Perfect Murder. They didn't call it Dial M for Murder. So, but this is called Dial M for Murder. And so one thing that attracted me to it, and I don't remember the remake doing this as much, is that it is overly complicated, but somehow I got into that aspect of it. It's like he wants the guy to kill his wife, but he wants to be able to call while it's happening, and I guess the call is supposed to be the signal, kill her now. Why does he even need a call? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the guy could just go in and just say, kill her from anywhere from 7 to 9. I'm going to be off playing poker, and I've got my alibi. So that part doesn't really make sense. And there's a whole complicated thing in the movie about, like, he gives him his key, and then later the whole key thing becomes a big part of the investigation, like how many keys were there and all this stuff. So it's a little goofy, but anyway, in this next scene, Ray Milland meets his little patsy he wants to use here for, and you'll see it's kind of an entertaining little back and forth between him and this thug here. So let's take another look. So this last clip we're going to look at, it's going to speak for itself, I guess. This plan that's been set in motion, we'll cut it off at a strategic point, so we're not going to let you know the way the rest of the movie goes and everything. But again, I think the camera angles thing you were mentioning, that to me is one thing that really stands out about Hitchcock. And Peter Bogdanovich, again, when I watched that commentary, he said that somebody else said to Hitchcock, well, you're going to film this play, so how are you going to, what did the phrase they use? Some phrase that meant make it more like change.
Enrich it?
Huh?
Enrich it?
Yeah, but in a way that said, plays are static. You're looking at one scene, and they said, how are you going to make it move around or get it outside or whatever? And Hitchcock's like, I'm not going to do any of that. He said people want to see the play. They don't want to. So I'm going to just make it.
It's very unusual for him.
I know, but Bogdanovich added, of course, with Hitchcock, he can still move that camera all over the place.
Sure, yes.
So he can change. You're not just looking straight at something anymore. Sometimes and you can change point of views of. You'll see a good point of view shot from the guy who's been hired to take out Grace Kelly has great point of view shot in this scene, and so this is the scene when the dastardly deed is set in motion. So let's take a look at our third clip.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How would you rate this and rank this among Hitchcock films that you've seen? I mean, it's good ratings. And I don't think I've personally ever seen a bad Hitchcock film. My son said he was kind of bored with The Birds. The Birds is scary. I think today's children, and I shouldn't say that because we teach these children, unless there's blood and gore and guts. I mean, they're used to Friday the 13th or whatever it is. Am I right, Friday the 13th? Friday the 13th. Yeah. And, unless somebody's holding a skull with, just an empty head and blood rushing out, they aren't impressed if it's just,
Well, I think, that's true. And even maybe the Halloween series, maybe the original Halloween would be too slow for a lot of people because there's a lot of just him stalking after her and not really doing
But really, I mean, in a sense, I remember my daughter had a summer party for her birthday, and so they wanted a scary film, and so I said, well, I'll get Psycho. They were going, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, but his is subtle. I mean, it's what you don't see, and what is really what incites terror, as opposed to just the blatant graphic stuff, but that's what they relate to. And
so, I think you're right. It's I would call it something like a slow burn, the kind of suspense you get from a Hitchcock or a Brian De Palma, who was a big disciple of Hitchcock.
Brian De Palma, what was the film that he did? I can't remember the name, but it was just an exact copy of it, and it was just brilliant. Oh, yeah. I remember the scene where some of the action happens in an art gallery, and
Dressed to Kill.
Yeah, Dressed to Kill.
Yeah, we looked at that on show sometime last year, I think. Yeah, I would say Psycho. I'd put that in the top tier of his movies, and I would even put something like Frenzy up there too, seeing this again, I would say I don't think because of the play aspect, because really once you figure out the whole twists and turns of the plot, that's part of the joy of it. So it's one of those that once you see it again, you don't quite get that whole, because at the time there's certain things characters don't know along the way, and you really don't know them either as a viewer going, okay, what's going on here? And so again, coming into this, I'm like, wow, I thought this was really complicated, but it doesn't seem that way now, but it's only because I'd already seen it before. So, but it's still, the acting all held up really well. And again, I was intrigued by, at one point he's got a camera angle, it's just like looking down on people. I'm like, when is the last time you see something in a movie where somebody decides to put a camera on the ceiling or something? So it really had an interesting and really just good looking set and good performances. So it's a tier below some of the really great ones, and I'd put probably even North by Northwest would be above.
See, now I think North by Northwest is good, but my wife and I went to the Tivoli back before there were VCRs, so I'm dating myself, and we knew that was good, so we went to see that. But the preface, the one that the show before was something called Notorious, both with Cary Grant. I'm a big Cary Grant fan, and that one I actually like better, although North by Northwest actually gets more acclaim. But now Notorious isn't black and white, but it has Ingrid Bergman in it, which is always a big plus for me.
I still need to check that.
And Cary Grant.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the 39 steps.
Okay, the 39 steps. The 39 steps was one, this is early Hitchcock, and I particularly picked this out because you can see his development, and it's in England so much to the case that, in fact, when they talk about prices, because prices are talked about several times, they use British currency, so you know that.
Right.
There's a fellow who goes to a theater, and I think it's Robert Downey. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but we're talking about actors from England, and so this is way back, not his modern stuff. And a woman asked to come home with him. Well, this is in the 20s or 30s, so this isn't what it might be today. He says, well, it's your funeral, so it turns out she's a spy, and she knows some information that's going to be passed that will endanger England's air defense.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't think in the 1930s so much about their air defense, but there was some air attacks in World War I. This is before World War I. So anyway, this is before World War I.
Oh, okay.
This is before World War I.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't after. This isn't post World War II.
Okay.
And so one of the things I like about it is they go to his apartment, and you see an ice box. Now, my mom called them ice boxes, but I mean, basically the way refrigerators are is they have all their cooling systems and all that, but what the old time ice boxes, you used to put a chunk of ice in the top, and the Iceman would come. As a matter of fact, there was a very famous plane called The Iceman Cometh. I forget who wrote that, but do you know?
Is it Tennessee Williams?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, George Bernard Shaw, that's probably not it either, but in any case, you deliver ice. Well, in any case, there's this scene, and she's telling him about, this plot, and she mentions the 39 Steps, which is a secret organization, so that's why he chose that film, that plot.
So what's the first clip we're going to see here?
That's it.
Oh, okay. The whole plot
He
thing.
brings her home, he talks about her, he feeds her, and it's their interaction. That's the first one.
Well, let's take a look at that first clip.
All righty.
Now, I suppose you've come over here to dig up some great, big state secret.
No, I'm here to save a secret from being dug up. A very important secret for this country. Not because I love England, but because it will pay me better that way.
Thank you.
You see, the very brilliant agent of a certain foreign power is on the point of obtaining a secret vital to your air defense. I tracked 2 of his men to that music hall. Unfortunately, they recognized me. That's why they're after me now.
That was too bad. You ever heard of a thing called persecution mania?
You don't believe me?
Frankly, I don't.
Go and look down into the street then.
You win.
Half of there?
Yes.
I hoped I'd shaken them off. Listen, I'm going to tell you something which is not very healthy to know. But now that they have followed me here, you are in it as much as I am.
How do you mean?
Have you ever heard of the 39 Steps?
No, what's that, a pub?
Never mind. But what you were laughing at just now is true. These men will stick at nothing. I'm the only person who can stop them. If they are not stopped, it's only a matter of days, perhaps hours.
Okay, now, something happens to the woman. I won't reveal what, but remember it is Hitchcock, so use your imagination. So Robert Donet needs to get out of his apartment building, and there are 2 men who have been tailing him and tailing her, and he needs to get by them. So I just thought this was an interesting little clip because there's again, one of the things I like about this is it's very instructive because it shows how things used to be. My daughter one time made me feel incredibly old. She was like 6 or 7. She says, "Daddy, do you know that there used to be a time when a man would bring milk to your house?" I'm going, yeah. The milkman. Well, this is the milkman, and he's bringing milk, and he's dressed in white.
They're doing that again, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's been revived.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
so, not everywhere, but yeah.
But yes. So anyway.
By the way, I just want to say I was going to mention that, as a kid, because of what what our parents said or whatever, we called the refrigerator the ice box.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know why we were
calling
it that.
It wasn't really an ice box at all. But
yeah.
I mean, when my mom was a little girl, the Iceman would come and deliver it. And, and in the summer when it was really hot and before refrigeration and way before air conditioning, the Iceman would chip off little chunks of ice for the kids, and that was a big treat.
Yeah.
For me, it was popsicles. And so somebody would come with a bicycle or a tricycle with something to basically dry ice to keep the popsicles cold, and would come and he'd ring, and so you'd go out and you'd get a nickel and get an ice.
They still have a little guy driving a truck in my neighborhood with the little bell, little song going. But anyway, so Milkman.
So this is this description, and one of the jokes in it is, well, you'll hear what the milkman says about marriage, because he says, "Are you married?" Well, wait till you see the clip because it's pretty interesting. Well, it reflects the time, shall we say? And I won't go on. Maybe not correct today, but it was.
They still do that in sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And the thing is, so he tells them the truth at first, and that won't work. So then he tells them something that he believes. So this is this film. But one thing that I wanted to say, I had our film artist tack on a little, like 8 seconds, just to show you something that's very Hitchcockian. He's getting away and he's getting on the train, and the police are chasing him. And the way Hitchcock shows it is you're going to see 8 seconds of just feet walking. That's the police feet.
Right,
they weren't able to catch up to the train. So that's just one example of just typical Hitchcock.
Cool. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. You're up bright and early this morning.
Could you use a pound note, brother?
What's the catch?
I want to borrow your cap and coat.
Yeah, wait a minute. What's all this? What's the big idea?
I want to make a getaway.
Do a bunk?
Yes.
What have you been up to?
I'll have to trust you. There's been a murder committed up on the first floor.
By you?
No. By those 2 men out there.
I see. Now I suppose they're waiting there as good as gold for a copper to come and arrest them.
It's quite true. Listen. They're spies, foreigners. They've murdered a woman in my flat, and now they're waiting for me.
Oh, come off it. Funny jokes at 5 o'clock in the morning.
All right. I'll tell you the truth. You married?
Yes, but don't rub it in. What's the idea now?
Well, I'm not, you see. I'm a bachelor.
Oh, are you?
A married woman lives on the first floor.
Does she?
Yeah, and I've just been paying her a call. And now I want to go home.
Well, what's preventing you?
Well, one of those men's her brother, the other's her husband. How do you see?
Well, why didn't you tell me before, old fella? I only wanted to be told. Trying to keep me with a lot of tales about murders and foreigners. Here, put this on. Put on my little hat. There you are.
Take the pound.
No, sir. You're welcome to it. You do the same for me one day. Lead the pony round the corner. So long, old sport.
Goodbye, thank you.
So
one of the things about Hitchcock as well, I mean, he takes a very serious topic, murder and spies and all that, but he always shows a little bit of humor in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I really felt like this was almost like a Hitchcock version of a romantic comedy, you know?
Right. But in a lot of them, there's a bit of humor involved.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I'm trying to think of what there was in Northwestern Notorious, but
the whole
there's plenty of bits of humor in this. Later on, there's a thing about handcuffs that is a humorous thing, but certainly that discussion between the milkman and Robert Donay.
I thought it was funny just thinking the milkman's gonna get murdered.
I know.
Way to go, dude! You just set the milkman up for a.
And his line about marriage, you know.
Right.
You know, don't rub it in.
No, that's not so bad. I mean, come on.
I know, but
that's something you would hear in a sitcom nowadays. Roseanne used to do stuff like that all the time.
But you know, this is early, and he did that type of thing. So he always has a little bit of humor in it. Well, especially in this movie, he has a lot of humor in it. So it's serious, but it takes a little of the edge off with the comic relief.
You want to hear my favorite line from Roseanne about marriage?
Sure.
Yeah. It was Dan counseling his son-in-law. And he was basically saying, you know, again, this is, Dan's used to dealing with Roseanne. He basically bosses him around all the time. And I guess her daughter was turning out the same way. And the son-in-law was like, how do I live with this? And he's like, does it ever end? And he's like, does it just go on forever like this? And Dan's like, no, it doesn't go on forever. Because eventually, like a oasis to a man trudging through the desert comes sweet, sweet death.
I had a friend that said, I guess women, well, why do men die before women? And his answer was, my friend had been divorced because they can. So it's that type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sure the female point of view would have the other.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of stuff where the men are idiots and, you know. Yeah. I mean, come on. Like, the whole show Home Improvement was based on what a boob that guy was, right? You know? So, anyway.
Although that was a very good show.
It was okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it
It was okay. Anyway,
Right.
So
okay, now this one.
What I was going to say though, there's a little bit of element of to me of like when he starts hanging around with the one woman and like they have their wacky little adventures for the last 45 half hour of the movie. To me, that almost comes across as something like it happened one night. It's
I
sort
believe
of like,
that was Mano and Carol.
Okay, there's that little back and forth between
right.
the two that's sort of to me slightly.
So he's on the train and you can see his escape and how he got on the train and. Because of the feet of the police that missed him. And one of the very interesting things is, and this is, I don't think we had trains like that, but in England, you could get on, every car had its own door. There was like double doors. So he got on, so he's in the compartment. And well, actually the train, most of the scene is he realizes the police are after them and they board the train looking for him. And so he sees a woman reading, gorgeous woman, but she has on round glasses to make it look very school marmish. And so he goes in and he kisses her, and she's going, "Oh, what is going on?" So they kind of go by, and the police say something to the effect, "Well, you'll hear what the police say about it." But in any case, he gets by with that. The thing that I have tacked on at the end, I want to talk about because that's again very Hitchcockian. He's in his own drawing quarters. And some of the two people across are salesmen, and they're talking about, and they're girdle salesmen and brassiere salesmen.
Right.
So, which is a bit absurd, and so that's their major thing. But they want to buy a paper, and it's about this murder, and so he gets all nervous because he's hoping that they don't read about the murder.
Right.
But one of the scenes that I just tacked on, and I think this was 12 seconds or 14 seconds, is you see his eyes. And the newspaper covers half his eyes in the same way with the guy across. And they go back and forth and back and forth. That's just very Hitchcockian as well.
Cool
because
shot.
it's really an interesting shot. You don't see that.
And just from seeing that guy's eyes, it's like, uh-oh, got to get out of here. Kind of
right.
Looks like he's glaring at me.
Right.
I don't think the guy knew who he was, but it's sort of.
Right.
Anyway, let's take a look at that third
let's take
clip.
a look.
Darling, how lovely to see you.
Don't mind having a free meal in there.
I was desperate. I'm terribly sorry. I had to do it. Look here. My name's Henry. They're after me. I swear I'm innocent. You've got to help me. I've got to keep free for the next few days.
Well, you've seen the men passing in the last few minutes.
This is the man you want, I think.
When we passed just now.
He's way in here and told me his name was Hanny.
Is your name Hanny?
No.
Are you coming in to tea, sir?
I'll be right along.
Pull that cord.
Thank you.
All right.
I think that this is one of Hitchcock's best. I mean, it might be early, and it should be watched just if for no other reason. You can notice, especially people in their teens and 20s, how life was so much different because it's really obvious. And I find that interesting, very interesting. And yes, their morals are very quaint compared to modern times. Maybe we should go back to that.
I don't know. I mean, there was that scene where I thought something might happen with the Scottish Woman on the Prairie there, or whatever.
Right.
There was that. That was sort of interesting.
Oh, that was very interesting.
Yeah.
That's like the farmer's daughter. He said, "Is this your daughter?" Like one of the old. He basically threw a farmer's daughter joke in because the guy goes out and he spies on the missus, but I mean there are just all kinds of twists and turns to this thing, and I just think this is one of his absolute best films. This is very good.
Well, I would not go that far, but let's award the Colonels.
Well,
are you going to give it 4?
I'm going to give it 4.
Holy cow.
Oh, I think this is a good one. 2.
Good as Psycho, huh?
Maybe better.
Oh, man, no way.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, I put both these movies, I'm going to award the Colonels for both my movies now.
I do a 3 for, do I need to, they don't want to screen up more popcorn. I do maybe 3 for Dow and for Murder. Okay. That was very good, but not.
Well, I'm actually going to give my both movies, again, 1, 2.5.
2.5. Oh, you are a tough grader.
Because really, to me, once you've reached 3, you're just at kind of almost. Even then, it's almost a classic.
Hey, wait a minute. Now you defend. What? Tell me about 39 Steps.
About your movie or mine?
Yeah, my movie. Your movie. I can see 3.
There was something. There was some plot elements, and there was some.
Tell me. Be
okay. Well,
specific.
here we go. First of all. Let's just acknowledge that the first woman he meets dies, so I can describe this. I mean, we won't say how she dies, but she dies. And this is just one shot, but he's remembering some of the things she said, and it's like in this weird kind of ghostly shot,
Well, remember,
the 39 steps are coming. I mean, this is just something we learned 5 minutes ago. Right. We don't need anybody to repeat this information to us.
I absolutely love that, and his use of a map. See, I mean, they don't have all the materials that we have today, or filmmakers have today.
Yeah.
So I mean, he uses a map to illustrate, where they're going. And you
That's
can see
fine.
The map.
That's standard.
And then she's her voice superimposing. I think that was a great touch.
That was just a little cheesy to me. A couple other things. One.
Yeah, you need to defend this.
Believe me, I've got a couple more things. First of all, like you said, the whole air thing. I mean, that's the big threat. They're going to mess with the air defense or something. Again, it just doesn't seem like a big the Earth is coming to an end. I mean,
there were spies. There have been spies since time immemorial.
I mean, it just that plot, and then actually, you told him what the 39 steps meant. That seems to be one of the mysteries that the movie's going to reveal. And when you finally,
she tells her.
She doesn't tell you what the 39. She says, "Have you ever heard of the 39 steps?"
Right.
And so you learn at the end, the 39 steps is some secret organization. That's like saying, "Oh, I know who Hamas is or something." Who cares what the name of it is? I mean, I don't know. That seemed hokey.
It doesn't seem like a name of it. I mean.
Yeah. What? What does that mean? Yeah.
But I like that.
And then we can't get into this at all because it's a final plot reveal.
Right.
But when you finally figure out how they're smuggling the information, even by there's 30 standards, it seems like a joke because you're like, why wouldn't you just take a picture of it, record it? The way they transmit the information just to me seems highly goofy. It just seems really weird. No. One last thing.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You think that's smart? You think that makes sense?
You're talking to me. You're talking to me.
They've got this document.
You got this wrong.
They lift this document that reveals the air defense. They've got apparently some time to spend on it, and they don't think to just take photos of it or photocopy it.
It's a formula, is what it is.
But again, photocopy it, do whatever. Why do you have to do what they did?
I don't even know if did they have microfilm back then.
Again, but what camera? Spies have little cameras. Xerox machine.
You're thinking of there weren't
no Xerox machines.
No.
How about one of those?
This might have been set in the late 20s, for God's sakes.
You said that. Oh man, yeah, might have been. Now you're making up when it's set.
No, it's pre-World War I. Well, it was in the 30s.
So
it was
how about just
30s.
writing it down or typing it up? You read the thing and you go, and then you mail it off to somebody.
The guy wants to keep his anonymity.
I don't know. I find the way they went about it, it seemed like
just don't appreciate
they exposed themselves to more exposure. They let themselves to more exposure by the method they did it than if they just typed it up and put it in through the mail.
You've got to remember you've got to remember the times.
Yeah. You think what? They were afraid people were screening the mail or something? Anyway, okay. One other thing. this dude gets out of more scrapes. At one point he like jumps through a window. And we're not talking about Jason Bourne here. We're talking about average Joe. The cops are either the stupidest cops ever, or
again, they're bobbies. They don't have.
Okay.
Bobbies did not have guns.
But they're all surrounding him in a room at one point, and he somehow is able, with handcuffs on, at least one set of to jump out a window.
It's just like a bracelet.
Bracelet.
Both wasn't together. It was
they
just
get close enough to put one thing on, and then what? They didn't even show.
But they show the guy. I watched it twice at that scene because that was one I was worried about as well. And they show him bumping the guy because somebody comes and asks, are you going to be having tea? And they're taken by surprise, and he uses that surprise time. I think that was very believable.
Yeah. Oh well, it was still.
I think you have to remember the times that it was made, and it was definitely pre-World War II.
Okay.
And their technology. Look at the icebox. Did you see how old that looked?
Yeah.
And if you looked at some of the things that they had,
it just seems weird that they're trying to steal this complicated.
And it was England. They might not have been as advanced. I should say
a complicated formula for an air defense, and the best way they can do it is the way they ended up. It just seems. It's almost like.
I think it's foolproof. It's almost like a great way to do it.
It's almost like let's use carrier pigeons to transmit this information. Let's send up some smoke signals.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Wrong.
Disagree on this one.
There'll be a duels at sundown over this one.
That's right.
Yeah. I hope I'm Aaron Burr, not
I've
Alexander
impugned
Hamilton.
the honor of your 4-kernel movie.
Yes.
All right, folks. Well,
okay. Well, until next time, in case both of us survive next time after the duel.
I've got to make it to the next segment.
At 20 paces.
We'll wait till the end of the day so I can get through the rest of the show.
If we use muskets, it won't matter. We'll probably blow ourselves up. We might be one-eyed each of them.
I'm just going to flee the country. All right, folks.
Okay.
Stick around for more popcorn.
Yes, more popcorn.
So,
howdy people, what's up?
I hear that money never sleeps. So what does that even mean?
I heard that that's awfully a pretentious title.
Yeah, I heard
awfully
that
pretentious.
I guess you're like, it'd be lame just to call it Wall Street 2, but
yeah. It actually would have been all right because, Oliver Stone can do what he wants, so just call it what it is.
Yeah. Anyway.
The pretense is a bit much.
So that's what we're looking at today, Wall Street 2 and...
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. This time it's personal. Yeah, I got a little aside here. This is pretty funny. I don't think I told you this. I said at one point, I was talking to my friend Chris recently, and I said, eventually Mel Gibson is going to come out of hiding, and he's going to do the old apology tour, get on Oprah or whatever. Granted, it's going to be a tougher slog this time, but... He's going to do it
at some point, yeah.
And I said a certain amount of people are going to go, okay, we forgive you. We will go see The Passion of the Christ 2. This time it's personal. And my friend actually said, is that a real thing? I was like, no.
Even Gibson has better taste than that. Yeah.
Like the main character kind of died at the end of the
I don't know if you can resurrect. Christ the second time.
The further adventures of Jesus.
You can't resurrect Christ twice, and you can't resurrect Gibson twice. I don't think he's coming back, man.
He's got some. I honestly don't know. Could he even do something like produce or something and just put his name on it in any capacity?
I guess. I think he might want to give money to somebody else and leave his name off. He's in bad shape.
If you really, I think the way to go, Mel, if you're listening to me, is to just do the whole internet thing. Just say, okay, I've got enough more money than God, and I'm going to make my own little movies and put them on the internet, or whoever will distribute them.
Yeah,
and,
just like Mark Cuban. It's worked for Cuban. High def and, you know.
Right, yeah. Buy your own friggin' network or whatever. So, anywho, we're not worried about his career. Screw him. But another 80s icon emerges from the fray, and one who's in a little bit of jeopardy. I hope he makes it. Apparently, he's got an 80% chance, and
he's really sick. Michael
Douglas. He revealed on Letterman a while back that he has is it just called throat cancer or something. But again, he said there was an 80% chance of recovery on that. No.
I don't know. It means nothing. Those numbers mean nothing.
They mean nothing. Huh?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't mean to make it personal, but they gave my mom 2 months, and she made it 5 years.
Wow. Okay.
You know, you give somebody else 80%, they're dead next week. I mean,
wow. Okay. Yeah.
None of that means anything.
Okay. Okay. All I will say is that, and Letterman said at the time, is like, well, you look pretty good. You know, I mean, he looked like he was totally healthy and everything. But again, different cancer.
And money helps. Money helps. For sure. Money definitely helps.
And it never sleeps.
It never ever sleeps.
Well, why don't you tell them the whole plot of?
Well, of course, it's based on the original, or not based on it, but it's picking up where the original left off. And like most sequels, it didn't come out immediately. You know, the next year or anything. It's waited something like 20 years.
Yeah.
To come back out. The original is about corruption on Wall Street and how insider trading, how evil can corrupt not only the individual but also it can just be systemic and it can take over, you know, global finance, stuff like that. That was the first movie, but it was really more about how the individual got corrupted and sort of warned about what was going to come if we continued our greedy ways. That was the first movie, and now 20 years later we have the sequel. And of course, it riffs off of some of the things that were developed in the first movie, but you know, like the size of the cell phone. But in most ways, it picked up with a new storyline. And we're talking about Michael Douglas, who's the lead here. His name is Gordon Gekko. Now that I say it out loud, I wonder if maybe if Stone didn't have in mind the first time around this sort of chameleon.
Well, certainly, the gecko is that, geckos are
but
chameleons?
Just like the lizards, sort of, you know, that whole family of lizards and how they can blend into their environment. I wonder, but maybe not.
Oh, I mean, the name gecko is certainly picked for any kind of, certainly the lizard quality.
Surely, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Although lizards aren't necessarily bad. They're just...
But they still have that whole...
slimy, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know, people kind of associate them with just like snakes or whatever. Again, the whole reptilian
quality.
People are
dumb.
I know.
But Oliver Stone's counting on that.
That's what Stone was counting on. Yeah, people are dumb.
Yeah.
But, you know, he might have been thinking deeper about it, the whole chameleon aspect. Because if so, it makes more sense in this movie because you're kind of like, what's up with this guy, you know?
Yeah. Even though savvy, you know, audience members know what's up. He's still bad.
Yeah.
In any case, it's Gekko. He's come out of jail, and you know he's got an estranged daughter who doesn't want to see him, but the daughter's fiance does want to meet him because the fiance is part of Wall Street. Yeah. He's interested in resurrecting the relationship of the father and the daughter, and complication ensues. Yeah, it's like two movies, really.
Yeah. Well, just going to that much effort to say, oh, you must, you know, why if someone. You know, she doesn't want to reconcile with her father. What's the big deal? I mean, if it was somehow really screwing her up or something, then I would say, you should. But she never talks about her father. It's just you know, it's weird. He's in the past, and I think they were trying to suggest that in part he was acting as if his motives were to get them together. But
definitely.
Being a big, ambitious Wall Street guy, he thought I can learn something from the old man here. And,
right.
He does become protege, sort of.
Right. So he's dressed it up, in other words.
Yeah.
And what we learn, of course, is that the fiancé, played by Shia LaBeouf, he shares qualities with Gordon Gekko. Yeah. He knows how to put a pretty picture on top of something that's really ugly. Yeah. And he sells himself really well, and he just wants to make money, basically, on green energy, which is the new spin on the movie.
Yeah. And that's kind of cool, too, because it's like he can keep telling himself he's an idealist, and this is for the future of energy, and I'm doing something important. But at the end of the day, there really is that kind of greed impulse driving him, it seems like.
And the great one of the qualities I've found in the movie was that he was always forthcoming with that information.
Yeah.
He never said, you know, I just want to save the Earth. It was like, well, you know, I'm just trying to make some money, and I know that this is going to be really good for the Earth and make money. So
okay.
That was cool.
So maybe that's the best impulses of a capitalist. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
The problem is, though, you have to deal with people who you have to be enmeshed in a system where hardly anybody else has. For most of the other people, it seems like, at least the way it's portrayed in this movie, greed is the only good, and there's no, if you do something that happens to benefit the earth or whatever, fine. If you do a bunch of other stuff and keep going with oil or whatever, then if you think that's the horse that's going to win. And Josh Brolin really kind of exemplifies that sort of. He's like, somebody described him as Gordon Gekko 2.0 or whatever.
Right.
He's
most definitely.
Yeah.
Double dipping and and really, I love the theme of the movie is not just accumulating wealth. It's the whole speech at the end where Gekko is talking about it's about the game.
Yeah.
Right, and that's clearly what Brolin's character is into as well.
Yeah.
He just wants to trump the next guy. He loves the money, but man, he wants to win.
There is that.
The motorcycle race was stupid.
Some of the stuff they find out at the end, though, it's like even his own, company is sort of like going. They were just seeing it as just unbridled greed or whatever. And at that point, and it was something he kept secret, so it didn't seem like if it's about the game, you kind of want other people to know it or whatever. But so I think he still had that, more. At one point, Shia LaBeouf asks him, what's your figure? What's your money what's the money amount it would take for you to walk away from all this and just live your life? And he just says, more.
So, yeah, he definitely likes being rich.
Boy, did he have to smash up that, what was it, a Goya or Hieronymus Bosch?
It was a Goya, yeah.
Okay. Spoiler alert, he smashes a Bosch painting.
It kind of hurt my stomach when I saw
it. It was just a fake, Brian.
Yeah.
They didn't really smash a painting for this
painting.
Even the replica, you're like, I'll take that.
Someone made that replica.
I know.
Yeah, I could have used it.
So yeah, I mean, and then Carey Mulligan. I mean,
I'm over Carey Mulligan
Are you?
already, and she's
Really?
just started her career.
Why are you over her? I got to hear this.
I just don't think she's that talented. I think they're trying to posit her as this new sort of Audrey Hepburn figure, this wafy, she's got this real thin, tiny little head, and that really bothers me. It really bothers me.
Tiny little head.
It's this tiny little head.
Just take it and Man, I'm feeling that. I love her, man. She's awesome.
But it's like her career's like a day old. I'm already sick of her, so it was hard for me to watch, but she was good. I just don't like her face.
Don't listen to him, Carey. We all love you.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I mean, once again, I hate it. Don't you hate it when you read an article and you learn something and then you're like, damn, I cannot stop seeing this thing everywhere I go. Well, I read an article over the summer that said that there's some female critic, somebody out there who said she was going to stop seeing movies where basically, and her reading of it, there was hardly any attention given to women. And she had a couple of rules that for her, movie has to have this for me to even consider seeing it. So she's going to eliminate a lot of movies this way. First of all, is there a named female character? If it's just, female characters called hooker number 1 or whatever, that's not good enough. She has to have a name, the female character or characters in it. 2 was, maybe this is the only other one I remember, but it was a key one, and it's like, damn, if you start, you realize this hardly ever happens in a movie anymore. It seems like movies geared more towards guys, I guess. But is there a conversation between this woman and another named character woman in the movie that's not about a guy? And just one conversation where they happen to talk about just something else that's not related to.
This one would work.
Huh? No, yeah.
We didn't hear the words, but she is at work at one point. And they're discussing. They're discussing their work.
No, you don't hear the dialogue.
I'm just saying.
No, you got to hear the dialogue.
Depends on how stringent her guidelines are.
Yeah, it can't be just. Yeah, she does talk to other women. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
That can't work. Okay.
No, it's got to be an actual. I think she meant a scene.
Okay.
So man, that's a lot of movies where.
So how does she plan to eliminate the movies if she doesn't?
I don't know if she's an actual movie critic. Maybe it was more like a cultural critic or something like that. She was definitely, but I think she was mainly pointing it at the summer movies, saying all these blockbusters, they're basically guy movies because they maybe have one strong female character, but her only objective is ever to work with the guy and whatever he's doing, and or think about winning him or whatever.
Oh well, this would work though.
Okay.
The mother.
Who did the mother talk to? What other woman?
Well, I guess it's not direct. When they're in that empty house that's being constructed. Aren't they talking just about money at that point?
But it's her and Shia talking, right?
Yeah, but whatever her name is.
Susan Sarandon?
No, the fiance. She also speaks during that moment. I was going to say maybe that counts. Anyway.
I don't remember them saying anything to each other. But
she says something directly to her, but I think it's just about money.
He might have slipped one line.
Anyway, there are some strong women roles in the movie, but it is obviously all about.
And I would say the
money.
Susan Sarandon thing is something that if you're not going to do more with that, just drop it. It's just. I get that he wanted to make some comment about the housing market, but to me it wasn't developed enough. She had like 2 scenes.
She acted brilliantly, but it didn't help the movie at all.
She had 2 scenes and then a scene at the end where she has very little dialogue. I mean, that's not enough for Susan Sarandon to do, frankly. I don't know.
I think she's going for that supporting actress role. It only takes like a couple
that ain't
minutes.
Gonna do it. That ain't even close to doing it.
She's so good in it, though.
She's good, but it's just the accent.
I bet she gets nominated.
She's doing her Jersey accent. Was it really what's more?
I'll give you that early Oscar tip. Yeah, she'll be nominated.
No way. Not gonna happen.
It's on record, people.
At this juncture.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that. She already won for whatever that movie was with Sean Penn.
Oh, Dead Man Walking.
Sister Prejean or whatever. Okay, so anything else? Let's see about this movie.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Michael Douglas, awesome.
He's fantastic.
He is getting a little bit on the whole into the Jack Nicholson territory, though, of
one-trick pony. Yeah.
Just acting a little kooky. Acting as sort of like he's playing Michael Douglas, or he's. Didn't you think like he was a little overdoing it a little bit at times?
Yeah.
But it was fun. It's like when Jack Nicholson
does that,
I'm like,
to watch.
I'm there. I don't care. Do your crazy stuff. Have your hair out to here. Yeah. So I'm just saying, I don't know if you're going to do that every movie.
That's just what I meant, like one-trick pony. It's like no matter what role they're playing, it's always he's playing Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is always Jack, no matter what role it is.
I think he did a good job and say something like about Schmidt.
I can't divorce him from.
What about
himself.
Schmidt? You didn't think he buried himself?
I still feel like that's Jack.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I mean, I guess it's more of a tone thing. Like he's a total a-hole in A Few Good Men. Yeah. And Jack's usually charming. He wasn't charming in that role.
No. But he's still Jack.
You can't handle the truth.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Okay. What?
Nothing.
I love that movie. It's awesome.
It's okay.
Tom Cruise?
And who's the dude that plays the old guy in this Wall Street?
Oh man, yeah. What was up with that?
I don't know, but I loved it.
I got the feeling that was some like inside joke that there's some kooky old guy in Wall Street who does stuff like that.
I loved it.
Hey, here's the trivia. I was going to ask you a trivia question. How close do you pay attention to these financial things?
Oh, not at all. I wish I were the person who could afford to invest, but I'm not that guy.
Oh, no, I meant just like the news. I don't invest
either. A little bit.
Okay, so here's my trivia question today. One thing that's interesting about this and, say, a movie like W is that basically you're just getting a recap of recent history. It's set in 2008, so at least initially. So it's like he's chronicling that big, huge dip in the market, like I guess one of the biggest dip of all time, maybe. It all kicked off, and they use a fictional firm in this one. I can't remember what they called it, but it was based on a real firm that was the first one to fall and that had to be liquidated, basically. And really, scared the market, and people thought, oh my God, all these banks are going to fail, and blah blah blah. Do you remember the name of that initial bank that collapsed? Investment bank.
AIG?
Oh no, I'm sorry. We were looking for Bear Stearns.
Bear Stearns.
But thanks for playing, Brian.
Isn't the word Stearns in this movie?
No.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
You think so?
Yeah.
In the name of the company that's based...
No. Just at some point in the movie, the word Stearns is thrown around. Yeah.
Could be. Maybe they make up another company and throw that. I
think so.
But yeah.
Anyway.
There is, and they recreate meetings that actually happened that I've heard about where. Stone does his fictionalized version of this. Is not like W, where he's trying to recreate, as faithfully as possible. But apparently a lot of these banks, once Bear Stearns fell, these banks got together with the Federal Reserve, with the government. Yeah. I don't know, it was Hank Paulson, I think was, and it was sort of like, what do we do? I mean, they were really talking about the future of the country and the
world.
The world and the whole financial system, and the guy basically said this could be much worse than the Great Depression. It would happen a lot faster because we're doing everything more on steroids now, whatever. I don't know. I sort of wonder about that. I mean, Stone pretty much I think represented it as if they really did believe something could go horribly awry. Certainly they were primarily concerned about themselves first, but if the whole world market collapses, they at least had the awareness to go, we're not going to make money in that environment. But I actually wonder about that. I read an article at the time that said, you know what? The banks could, the whole banking system could collapse, and there'd be a run on the banks, and maybe it would be out of commission for like 3 days. Then the government would take over, and we would go on with business as usual.
As a social state.
Yeah. Which, again, maybe we need that for a while.
Bring it on, man.
I know. And basically, it was at least until they make it a social state, at least until they could find banks that were ready to go again. And, but so they did this whole really scare thing. I think that's what a lot of people are angry about now with the government, that you kind of scared the crap out of us and told us that here comes the next Great Depression unless we hand over this ridiculous bailout. And it really, and the movie shows how ridiculous it was, because Bear Stearns, or that company based on Bear Stearns, they got bought out for like $2 a share or $3 a share. And initially, before, it was trading like $70 a share. Meanwhile, all these other banks that then get their bailout from the government, they get bailed out at 100% on the dollar. And that is just, it's ridiculous. I mean, they should have at least gutted some of these companies.
It's shameful.
It's unbelievable. That was the best possible solution. I can't fathom it. But oh well. Anyway, so it kind of, it's not a feel-good movie on that level, but at least most of the movie, there's a lot of speak about financial stuff, derivatives, blah blah blah.
That, quite frankly, doesn't make sense to me, and I think
the
probably
average
most
Joe
of the audience.
citizen, and credit default swaps. Sorry, I still don't get what that is exactly. It's some kind of way of hedging. You start to just basically you're just gambling after a while. You're gambling on, is this going to happen or is this going to happen? And unfortunately, there's a lot of people apparently who can still, to this day, they can make money off of a gamble that this is going to go down, this is going to crash, and this part of the economy is going to go in the tank. And the weird thing, though, was that, and the really messed up thing, and this I think everybody can understand, these investment banks were promoting stuff to the investors, and then they were placing bets that the things that they were promoting would fail.
Right.
See, that is pretty basic. That it has to be
criminal.
But again, the laws as they were written at the time, and I think still today, I don't know if it's really actually criminal. Whereas you did definitely in the first movie, you had laws against insider trading, and I guess they're still on the books. But it sounds like I don't even know if they're enforced anymore. But Martha
Stewart.
Oh yeah, no, she did. She only got nailed for lying to the. They did not nail her on insider trading. They nailed her on lying.
Well, it's just so hard to prove.
Yeah, I guess so. But again, if it's so hard to prove, that must mean a lot of people are doing it, and so why even have the law at that point? But anyway.
Yeah. Well, why have a law for polygamy?
Yeah. Well.
This other issue that's in the news right now. Just let them live. People are doing it all the time. And
well, yeah, I say let them live in the sense that, the law is that they can't marry somebody else. They can call anybody they want to their sister wife, or they should be able to. You marry the one, and then you call the rest your sister wives, and everybody's happy. So apparently they're actually going to try to prosecute somebody now.
Yeah.
So if he didn't marry the other woman, then it's just he has a fantasy, right? You know what I mean?
No, he didn't in church.
In church, but it's not
common law. And
it's not legally recognized as all.
It's still breaking a federal law. That's the issue, yeah.
All that should really matter to the government is, are they actually trying to get legal status? Are you trying to get the state to approve of this? If you're not, I honestly don't see what's the point. They should go after all the gay marriages and all those symbolic ceremonies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a double standard right now.
Yeah. Come on, folks. Wouldn't it be
fun?
Come on. Let's try it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Shia LaBeouf, any thoughts?
I thought he was great. I think he's grown up in a hurry.
Yeah.
Don't base your judgment on Transformers.
Right. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He's
growing up,
good,
and he's good.
He's good.
Michael Sheen, man. If you compare the two characters, my God, Charlie Sheen, just horrid.
Yeah.
In the first one. So yeah, Shia LaBeouf was good.
And he had a really horrid cameo in this movie, Charlie Sheen.
He looked like he'd just come out of the crypt.
Charlie, just look who you're dealing with. You're looking over across at Michael Douglas, and you're still let those wrinkles go, and try to not act like you just have been on the movie set for the first time.
And he was just so tan. Oh, he was hideous.
It was pretty bad.
Anyway, the movie's good, but it's not great. See it, have fun, but don't take it too seriously.
You can wait till Redbox.
You can wait till Redbox for sure.
So I hear Something's.
Oh, I'm just going to
annoying.
piggyback, our own movie review. I was looking at Forbes' new billionaire list the other day, and my beef is short and sweet because I just want to point out to everyone out there that there are a lot of people in this country who control a lot of the wealth in the world. Like the world list is dominated by United States citizens for billionaires.
Right.
Gates is number 2 now, but only like by 0.5 billion. I mean, he's like really close to being up there.
Yeah.
But what I noticed, the guy owns the cable network in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
He obviously has made a killing. He owns basically the whole country down there.
Huh.
But what I noticed on there is that a large majority of the top 25 are hedge fund. And it just really burned me. This is before we even saw Wall Street again. It just really burned me because I knew that they made their money on all of us suffering.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they get to keep that money. Why aren't they getting hit really hard?
Yeah. By the government or somebody?
Right.
Yeah.
Because in that same article, they were talking about how the secretary is getting taxed the same amount, of course, as the COO of that company.
Right.
Of that whatever investment firm was making. And the guy was making the argument that that's the law, and I'm going to take advantage of it as long as I can. And if people are going to blatantly come out and say things like that, what stops the government from saying, okay, you talked some smack, we're going to put the smack down now? That's my beef today. I don't understand it. I'm not very smart in terms of money, that's for sure. But I don't see why it's so hard to increase.
Well, I don't know that I know
taxes.
the answer to this.
Yeah, there is no answer.
My suspicion would be that the answer is somewhere in the neighborhood of that when you become an ultra wealthy person, you find, or company, whatever, you find ways to keep that wealth and to try to make sure that the laws work for you and not against you. So I would just imagine that a lot of these hedge fund guys are making their regular contributions to members of Congress, to senators, whoever, and they are ensuring, and the message, you don't even have to ask these people or anything. I think the message is pretty clear that if you get money like that it's going to dry up if you start to do stuff against us and saying, we need to hit these guys with higher taxes or anything like that. That'd just be my guess. I mean, I think we've got a pretty much bought and sold government. There's a few people who are really individualistic, but
it's so depressing.
It's not good. Not good at all.
That's my beef, man. I'm not like fuming. I'm just depressed about it.
Yeah, it's a depressing kind of.
So a socialist state would be awesome because teachers would finally get recognized. And, they'd bring the big boys down and bring us up a little bit.
And it's I gotta say,
plumbers would be recognized.
Yeah. One of the terms they keep referring to in this movie is bubbles, and a bubble sounds like an inherently negative thing because basically something. I always think a bubble is more than just it's something that grows too quickly. And it goes into an insane level, like the tech bubble, the housing bubble, and things get really insane towards the end. And you can see these things coming if you're aware at all that this thing's going to collapse. And they even talk about the Precambrian or some kind of bubble explosion of evolution, that kind of thing, and tulip bubble, and tulips are really hot commodities. So, but I think towards the end, Gecko or somebody says that bubbles are just part of evolution, and once they burst, they clear the way for something new to be developed. And I honestly think that what this movie chronicles, that scare in our recent history on the financial market, it was a chance for people our government, to say, what are we doing here? And to try to restore some fiscal sanity. If there is, somebody once said, if there's banks that are too big to fail, then they're too big to exist. We cannot have them threatening the life of the whole world economy. But they are still out there. They are not gone, and this whole system basically just reconstituted itself from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Some very minor regulations, I think, have been placed on them. And again, Democrats, I'm looking at you. What the hell were you doing? Obama, you apparently you talked a lot of smack about these evil rich bankers, blah, blah, blah. And I even heard that some of these guys are demoralized, or the business community is holding back on investments because I honestly don't get it. They sound like, and same thing with the insurance companies or the healthcare companies. They acted like they got beat up. I mean, I think that's just fake. I think they know they won the day and that they're going to live to become Gordon Gekko again or whatever.
Oh, please don't pick on us anymore.
Yeah, I know. I think that either they're whiners or they're just totally lying. It's part of their whole rap that the government's out to take away your, raise your taxes and that kind of thing. So they have to act. They're still getting their bonuses and all that crap. I mean, I think for like a month or so I heard about some bonuses being held back. But it was only until they repaid the money they got from TARP or whatever. So it's really insane. And again, I still think it's because contributions are flooding the system and you're just not going to have an honest government. And you're really not even going to have true capital. If you like capitalism, we don't have it. We've got the biggest welfare queens last year were on Wall Street, people. They weren't like driving around in Cadillacs in the hood, okay? Just so you know that. Right. So if that's where your rage should be, because when this whole thing explodes, it's going to probably be something like that, not because somebody, is driving around in a Cadillac cashing whatever.
You better know how to grow your own vegetables.
Learn how to grow your own. That's the lesson of the day.
You're right.
Local food, people.
Heirloom tomatoes.
Heirloom tomatoes. All right, well, stick around. We got one last segment, and it's a doozy. We're going to hear a little something about bloodlust.
Oh.
Instead of
sorry,
money
I missed
lust.
it.
I know. Oh, well. Stick around, folks.
Have a good month.
This is Robotics and Automation Technology at Jefferson College, where students learn valuable industry skills every day.
I came in not knowing a lot, and then now I feel like I can look at something and say, oh, I know how that works, and I know how that works, and it's exciting.
Instruction includes automation equipment repair, automation equipment maintenance, automation equipment installation, application and control of robotic and computer-controlled equipment, and much more. Jefferson College's outstanding instructors use state-of-the-art technology to help students get jobs.
They're learning how to install and maintain, repair robots, automated equipment, the equipment that's used to manufacture the goods that most people are buying off the shelves today. Whether it's an automobile or a can of peas, we use automated equipment. It has to be repaired, it has to be installed. The students are ready to do that when they graduate from this program.
Graduates land jobs such as field engineers, field technicians, service technicians, electrical maintenance technicians, and many more.
It's basically a wide open field. There's everything's growing so fast in it right now that there's a whole lot of job opportunities and there's not nearly enough people going into it to fill all those spots.
The program's success ratio is more than 90%. Employers want Jefferson College graduates.
And when they start looking for other people, they're coming back to us looking for more.
I'm very confident Jefferson College has given us the knowledge to do the job, and they have actually helped us with employment as far as getting to know the factories that are around here, and our instructors do know some of the people that are employed in the factories around here, so they kind of get us in the door a bit.
Discover your future with robotics and automation technology at Jefferson College.
We're swinging. We're loving it. Show us some of those rave moves. We'll let you stand on top of this thing here.
Gyrations would be illegal.
You'll have to shave your head.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did you ever have one of those little sucker things in the rave?
No, and I did not. I was not a big fan of the whistles.
Whistles. What were they using the whistles for?
Whistles were usually blown when the time would change. So let's say it's like.
Did everybody have whistles?
And then you would do the tempo. It'd be like. And you dance.
Oh,
and like,
I get it.
Yeah, and if you're a dancer, you could actually dance to represent that you're changing time and everything. But I didn't like that. Because I needed to breathe through my nose.
His rave memoir someday. We won't get into that anymore.
Someday.
Someday. So we have a movie. It's called Bloodlust.
Yes.
Not our favorite movie.
God,
we'll have to say right off the bat. Yeah.
Not at all.
It's got a few problems.
Slow.
For one thing, it's slow. Yeah, it's derivative. It's you're basically just seeing the most dangerous game here.
Mm-hmm.
The short story that became a movie, and God, it's been made they've made tons of adaptations of it. Main character is pretty interchangeable. It's like 2 guys, 2 girls. I don't even know their names, but
Johnny was one of them. Johnny and Pete.
It was the wind, Johnny.
Yeah.
And then some evil rich dude who wants to hunt them once they get to the island.
But his background's really cool. Because he actually used to be very, very, very into like humanities and scientific and logical, but he had to be a sniper.
That is cool.
Yeah, and that's where he learned and gained his bloodlust.
Yeah. The title becomes relevant.
Yeah, finally.
I think he actually says, that's when I developed a lust for
blood.
Yeah, no, that was cool, and it makes a little, slight little commentary that he was just an average guy, and through war, through becoming a sniper, he has to, he develops, first of all, it's he doesn't want to do it, then he gets into it, then it's like a compulsion, must kill people.
Kill people. It was great.
So that part I liked, but yeah, I just wish they had more motivation, and the main characters, it's almost like they know they're getting in deeper jeopardy. They're like, oh, well, I guess we got to stay here. I mean, that's the thing. If you're in some creepy place and guy says, basically, he's saying you really shouldn't leave here.
Exactly.
You don't just go, okay, we'll stay. You know, you're creeping us out, and you've got some evil henchman-looking dude.
Yeah.
I think that's at that point. We'll take our chances with the monster, the animals in the forest.
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous.
The forest, the jungle cannot be that thick with like lions and tigers and bears. You can't, make it to the shore. I don't think.
Plus, remember there was the scene where the open window, and they're like, let's climb down. Well, I'm scared about the cliff.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was that big of a drop-off from what they were talking about. It's like, you're worried about that? That's all you're worried about? They were too complacent for the situation they were in.
And there's even one scene that I don't it's just a little ridiculous, where the guy basically tells them, I'm going to hunt you. And
yeah, they're like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, they're like, you're kidding, right?
Yeah, this is all funny, right?
Yeah, good joke there, buddy. But they sit here and listen to this, and like, a couple of them are convinced early that he's telling the truth.
Because they saw all the gross Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, exactly. Early kind of thing of that. They saw the woman in formaldehyde or whatever. But they keep listening to this guy, and I'm like, he's one guy. I don't even think his henchman was in the room at that point.
Hardly any of them talked, even. Huh? The henchmen hardly even talked.
Yeah.
Any of them.
And even if it was one henchman there, I would not say, okay, well, I'll just wait till the hunt begins. Right. I'd be like, I'm going to strangle you before this hunt begins.
Yeah, 4 against 1 in that one room. Yeah. No problem, man.
I mean, eventually he pulls a gun on him. But then here's the best part. Then he reveals later that there's no bullets in the gun.
The pin's been removed, right?
Oh, the pin's been removed. So now strangle him. They're like, oh my God, we sat here while there was a gun that wasn't working. I'm like, and you're still sitting there. You're still standing here listening to this BS, and you're not strangling this guy. What is going on?
It was pathetic.
Weird.
Terrible. And there was the longest scene I've seen one of these old movies that was just like, what's going on? Like, there was a scene, I believe it was about 15 minutes long, where they maybe it was 10, just all in one room, one shot, just maybe back and forth to each person, but the dialogue was nil. Nothing happened, really. It's like, why are you focused on the scene for so long? The dialogue's not even really that important, really.
Yeah.
There's one area where it's just way too long of one area. Yeah. So it's just bad production, bad everything.
I did kind of like, the one thing I did kind of like was the music, because it had a weird kind of like Scooby-Doo quality.
Yeah. It did.
A little cheesy, but
like Zoink, Scoob!
Zoink! We gotta solve this mystery before he blows our head off. And then there is, I gotta say, an awesome death scene. I won't spoil it now, but it's kind of cool. I mean, for the day or whatever, it's kind of a cool death scene. And there's leeches. There's quicksand.
Yeah, bloodletting goes along with bloodlust.
Bloodlusting.
Yeah.
So, it's not a total waste of whatever, an hour and 6 minutes, something like that. But
yeah, it's about an hour. Yeah, hour. Yep.
All right, well, let's take a look at this flick, and we will have a couple little commentaries, not as many as usual, but we'll chime in a couple of times in the movie and give you our ever-witty thoughts. So stick around, folks. Bloodlust.
Tony, watch it, will you? We want to get back to port nice and dry.
Yeah, you trying to drown us or something? Don't worry. Just don't worry. Get you all home safe and sound. I can navigate this stuff with one hand.
Uh-oh, Johnny, I think he's at it again.
They're not even moving. The boat's not even moving. How
Well, you
can
see, Wesley, they actually film some of these things on sound stages. But you're right, they should at least shake the boat back and forth to convince us we're in a movie here.
It's just up and down is all. It's just rock. It's like there's no motion linearly at all.
And that gun's not even firing. Come on.
Yeah, really.
Only there's one hitch.
What?
No more bottles.
I guess we'll have to play a different game.
What else can we do out here?
Well, this is always fun. Oh! Of all the girls in the world, I had to get mixed up with the daughter of a judo expert.
Jeez, that's what judo is.
It's her version of foreplay.
Oh, that's right. For judo.
Hey, come here. Come here.
What is it?
Look at that. There's an island way over there that I don't remember seeing before.
Well, this is the brightest day we've had in our vacation. Must have been hidden in the mists out there before.
Oh, a mysterious hidden island. Let's go ashore.
What for?
Well, maybe we can find some hidden pirate treasure.
Maybe it would be fun. Well, what do you say, Johnny?
Oh, why not? This boat's costing us enough. We might as well see everything we can. Hey, Tony, put in here. We want to go ashore.
Boy, he's really tied one on this time.
Looks like he's going to be out for quite a while.
What are we going to do?
Well, I know I can get this boat in close enough to the island and get the anchor down. But I'm not sure I can get us back to the main island. So, I guess our little treasure hunt's the best thing to do until our navigator sobers up. You and the girls get the dinghy ready. I'll take us in closer to the shore.
Okay.
Oh, no chance. If there'd have been any natives on this island, they'd have spotted the boat before now. Been down here trying to sell us hand-painted coconuts.
What do we do now?
Well, my intuition tells me that Captain Kidd buried his loot over there. Hey, let's race up there. Last one doesn't get any of the jewels, huh? I tell you, this looks just like the remains of Captain Morgan's flagship.
Oh, but back there you said it was Captain Kidd.
I did? Well, I guess one pirate's gold is as good as another's.
I think I found something. Hey, I think I found something. Oh, what is it? Armor? Pirate's armor?
Well, let's just say it's something the tide washed in. I think you're just a little too young to know about it.
Hey, gang, come here.
Did you find something, Johnny?
You bet I did. Look.
Oh, what is it?
It's some of the best eating in these waters. A lot of clams around here, too.
I'm hungry.
Hey, let's have a clam bake.
Right. And let's have a tropical style.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, look, Pete and I'll go into the jungle and get some banana leaves. We'll wrap the clams in them and bake them in a hole in the sand. You girls stay here and dig for something.
Oh, that's fine. All except the last part.
Huh?
Where you go, we go. Right? Right. We'll all go for the leaves, and then we'll all dig.
Okay. Come on, let's go.
Jungle without banana trees.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's a cigarette pack.
It's not too old either. I can still smell the tobacco.
That means that somebody does live here.
Well, not necessarily. Maybe somebody just went exploring a couple of days ago and then sailed away.
I don't know why, but I'm scared. Let's go back to the boat.
Oh, there's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, no. It'll only take a few minutes, then we'll be back at the beach. Come on.
I'll get some vines. We can use them to pull him out.
He's like a trap. It was deliberately dumped here. But who could have done it? Oh, I don't know. But I do know that as soon as we get him up out of that hole, we're getting out of here. Wait a minute, Pete. I'll climb down. We'll need you here to pull him up.
Okay, but be careful.
Okay. Okay, start pulling.
Captain Morgan! Captain Kidd!
What about Captain Crunch?
Oh!
Just say every captain you can think of.
Arrgh!
I'm out of captains.
I came here shortly after the war. I wanted to live in a world of my own. A world completely free from any kind of outside pressures.
Yeah, but what do you do here?
Yeah, how do you get any kicks in a place like this?
Kicks are for kids.
Why don't you just do drugs?
Diversion. I've developed a kind of passion for hunting.
So that's it. That's why the trap was...
No. You're quite wrong. You see, this island was once the stronghold of some renegades from the mainland. There may be one or two of them still lurking in the jungle. But that must have been their handiwork.
But all these different animals, they can't be native to this island.
They weren't. But you must know what money can accomplish. It's quite simple to import any kind of beast from anywhere in the world. As other men collect fame and riches, I collect trophies.
Get out of my way. Alex. I thought you had visitors. I can hear strange voices.
Yes, Dean. These young people have stumbled onto my retreat. I see that you're not feeling well again this evening.
That's right. Maybe shouldn't bother with introductions now. I'll go back to my room.
I think that would be best. You can meet our young friends later.
That's right. Meet our young friends later. Later.
It's really too bad. Dean was once a very brilliant man, but I keep him here with me because I feel sorry for him. And he's an excellent chess player. I know you'll all enjoy his company when he's sober and you get a chance to know him.
Well, I'm sure that's right, sir, but I don't think we'll get the chance. We have to leave now. You see, our boat's anchored off the island.
I'm afraid that's quite out of the question. You'd never make it through this animal-infested jungle tonight.
But our boat, you see, the man who owns it doesn't know we went ashore. And he's sure to wake up.
You can put your minds at rest. I have a very competent staff. They'll take care of everything. Will you excuse me a moment? I'll be right back.
Johnny, what are we going to do? me the creeps.
Oh, I don't know. I'd kind of like to see what gives.
Sure, and what do you think's going to happen when Tony wakes up and finds it's gone? He'll head straight back to port. Maybe remember to report us missing. We're liable to be stuck here for days.
Don't worry about that. Tony won't be going anywhere without us.
What do you mean?
I mean, I made sure that before we left the boat by taking the rotor. He won't be able to start the engines without it.
Oh, Pete, you're wonderful.
Well, that takes care of the boat. But...
Hold it. I think he's coming back.
May I present my wife? Sandra, Betty, Jeannie, Johnny, and Pete. I was sure that you would want to make them welcome to our island.
Naturally. I am glad to see you. Will you be staying for a while?
Well, you see, Mrs. Bellow.
Yes, they will, my dear. I think I've convinced them of the foolishness of trying to leave tonight.
But we don't want to impose.
It's our pleasure. Isn't it, Sandra?
Of course.
And now, if you'll show the girls to the guest room.
Yes. Will you come with me, please?
I've made arrangements for you to spend a comfortable night. We can discuss your leaving in the morning. Sandor's prepared a room for you. He will take you to it.
Well, I don't think we
Good night. Don't worry. Everything will be taken care of.
Spies are all over the house.
I know. I can't take much more of his madness, Sandra. I can't go on forever pretending to be a useless drunk. Now we've got to try to escape. We've got to try again.
But how, Dean, how? He can never allow anyone to leave this place alive. And he has made sure no one ever will.
I know. I'm going to gamble on a long shot. And now his kid's here. I think we've got a chance.
What do you mean?
I've worked it all out in my mind.
Ah, Sandra. Entertaining our guest? You've recovered from your indisposition, I see. I'm glad.
Thank you.
I was just about to take a turn around the grounds. Wouldn't you two like to join me? You go out so seldom.
I am tired, Alex. I was about to go to my room.
Dean?
No. No, thank you. I think I'll turn in too.
Then you won't mind escorting Sandra to her room, will you?
Of course not. Good night.
Dean, I've worked out a very satisfactory design for living here. I think you realize that. I hope you also realize that the presence of those 4 young people here changes nothing as far as we're concerned. I've taken care of everything.
You don't think we're dreaming, do you, Betty? No, this is no dream.
But I can't think of a better explanation either.
Come in.
You all right?
So far we are, but I just can't understand what's happening to us.
Neither can I.
That big guy that took us to our room up the hall wasn't very friendly.
I've got a feeling this isn't as friendly a place as that Mr. Below tries to make out.
I still can't figure out how it got here on the island in the first place.
Well, I figured that this house was first built by one of those, crackpot millionaires about 100 years ago. Then when Below found out about it, he sort of moved in.
You know, that could be it. He said he had a lot of money.
But why?
Oh, I still don't know what's going on here.
Well, it's a cinch nobody's going to tell us. So we'll just have to find out for ourselves.
Yeah, but how?
Let's split up and have a look around.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Well, there's nothing to be scared about. I mean, I'll be with you.
That's right. And Betty, you'll be with me. Now, listen. Don't get into anything you can't handle. And if you find out anything, head straight back here, and we'll do the same. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, this is where we split. Pete, you and Jeannie go that way.
Okay.
Don't make a sound. I promise to release you, but only if you swear not to cry out. All right. Go back to your room. We'll go with you. We've got to talk to you. What's this all about?
Please go back to your room. We cannot talk here. Please. There is death all around us.
Okay, Betty, come on.
Hurry. Well, there's something I want to tell you. Unless you do exactly as I say, you'll never get off this island.
Stairway there that leads down into some kind of a tunnel.
So?
So come on, let's see where it goes.
Please, listen to him. We are trying to help you and ourselves.
I don't understand any of this.
Well, I'll try and explain it as quickly as I can. First, we better have your friends from the other room in here.
But they're not there.
What?
Oh, they're out in the house somewhere. They're trying to find out what's going on, just as we were when you stopped us.
That's bad.
Well, I'll go look for them.
No, stay here. I want you to hear this first. Let's just pray that they'll be all right.
Like, that would have been when I would have first started getting nervous. After you see that, these guys act like they didn't even see it. It just goes away.
Yeah. That's your warning sign right there.
And so is this.
Here comes some more warning signs. If you find yourself seeing body parts put on a table, you might be in a redneck killing movie.
Golly.
By the way, don't you love the whole uniform here for the lackeys?
Mm-hmm.
They all got these striped shirts from
convict type of thing. You kept talking about convicts.
Yeah, that's right. They're convicts. Okay. So old. He doesn't even give them new outfits. Come on.
One thing's for sure. One thing's for sure. This guy should work for Johnny Brock's. Look at him. He's assembling the whole costume. Maybe this is where they get their costumes
I
from.
love this. Oh my God.
I'll never shop there
parts.
again.
That's gruesome. I want to go home.
Look at how he just makes it so we can see it. That's just wonderful.
Job well done.
Can't believe it. It's just too awful.
Every word is true. I swear it.
You have to believe us.
Not a word about this. Somebody give me a hand. Over here. It's on the bed.
Jeannie.
You'll never believe what we saw. I don't believe it myself.
We just heard about it. I guess it's true, then.
They told you about an unbelievable nightmare. It's true, all right.
Well, that settles it. We've got to try and get out of here tonight.
Tonight? Yeah. Sandra and I have been saying that to each other every night for the last year.
Why haven't you ever tried?
Never had the opportunity. Bello has always kept us pretty well covered.
What can we do?
Well, I have a plan, but I think it'll give us all a good chance. Now, Sandra, you and Betty stay here and watch after Jean and be sure she's all right. Johnny, I want you and Peter to meet me in the trophy room in a little while. Oh, it's all right. We have the run of the house. Only be careful what you say.
Yeah, but what about Bello?
You don't have to worry about him for a couple of hours. He's out in the jungle again. After another trophy.
You think this Gerard character's on the level?
Well, he must be. Anybody in their right minds would want to get out of this place. And I don't think he's nuts.
I just had to make sure that Bello had really gone.
Well, does he go out every night?
Yes. Every night that he can hunt.
What? I mean, who?
Who? Out there in that jungle, there are already several men that he's driven insane. And now there's also probably the owner of your boat.
Tony? Well, he must still be out in the boat. The engines won't work.
No. I'm sure that by now Bello's men have taken that boat to the other side of the island. To the Hidden Cove.
Hidden Cove? Well, where's that?
That's where your only chance for escape lies.
How do you mean?
There's several boats moored offshore. Someone will have to swim out to one of them and try to make it to the mainland to get help.
Well, I'm not much of a swimmer, but I'll try.
No. I'll do that myself. And Sandra will come with me.
Sandra?
That's right. She's an excellent swimmer. And even if we don't make it, drowning would be better than what Bello had in mind for both of us.
Now, where do we fit into all this?
I'm going to tell you. You're going to have to cover for us. If the guards find us gone, divert their attention until we get to the boat.
Right, but we're still left on the island.
Until I can come back with help.
Does Johnny even have a shirt on?
I hope not.
Look at that. You can't even tell. He's ready to swim.
That doesn't sound very promising, but believe me, it's the only chance you've got.
Well, I guess we'll have to take it then.
Good. Now listen to me. The first thing we do is go over to the North Shore.
Did they get away?
So far, so good. I went as far as the front door with them. Nobody saw them.
Well, those guards must be getting careless. One of them walked right by Sanders' room without checking it.
Hold it.
Do you think he knows?
I don't know. But Dean and Sandra have had time to get into the jungle. Let's hope they make it to the cove.
Wait a minute.
Do you think we have to stop, Dean?
Now, wait a minute. I just want to make sure of the direction. That guard won't be back right away. Yes, that's it.
Dean.
What is it?
I may never get a chance to see this again. I love you with all my heart.
Darling, we won't fail. We can't fail.
Did you find anything?
No. I listened to two guards talking. One of them had been over to the cove, but he didn't mention anything about the boats.
It's been 2 days now and no word.
What I can't understand is why we haven't heard from Bello before now.
You don't think...
I don't know what to think. Hold it. Somebody's coming.
What's going on in there, Johnny?
You game to try and find out?
You don't mean...
I think the answers to all our questions lie behind that wall. We're going to find out right now.
Good evening. This is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting you, but I'm glad to see you. Come in, won't you? I have something I'd like to show you. Welcome to my private trophy room. I had intended to show it to you in time, but why not now? That's Jacoby. He had strangled 7 women before he found his way to my island. His experience made him an adversary worthy of my skill.
You mean you hunted these people down, and then killed them, and did that too?
Exactly. I hunted them. And shall I tell you why? I'd been a scholar all my life. I was curator of a large museum when the war began. I, who had never killed anything in my life, found myself assigned to duty as a sniper, a sharpshooter, because of my steady hand and keen eyesight. It amuses me now that I found it distasteful at first. And as time went by, I adjusted to my new activity, and what had been an unpleasant duty became a pleasure. Then it developed into a passion, and then into a lust for blood, a lust that has grown with the years, and one that I spend my entire life trying to satisfy. Don't be afraid. I've merely preserved my trophies as they were at the moment of my triumph. I see that my latest trophy has really impressed you. I'm glad, because I think it's the best thing I've done so far. And because they tried to betray me, it gave me great satisfaction. I must leave you now. Since you had no difficulty finding your way here, I'm sure that when Miss Scott has regained her composure, you'll be able to see her to her room. Oh, yes. There's one thing more I'd like to have you see before you go. You'll notice that this niche has room for 3 or even 4 trophies. And there you have it. I think it'll be wonderful sport. Don't you?
Listen, Mr. Below, fun's fun. But if you think we're going to be the clay pigeons and you're shooting gallery, you're just a little far out.
Take it easy, Johnny. He must be kidding. I mean, there must be an explanation for all of this, isn't there? Well, isn't there?
I think I've made myself quite clear.
But you can't mean that you're going to Johnny and Pete like you did those others? As if they're animals?
Animals? No, not like animals. I'm going to hunt them as men. Men of brains and cunning. Just as I stalked and hunted men when I was in the army. On islands not very different from this one.
Tony!
Yes, Tony. I think it only fair that he should be here at this time because he's going to take part in the game, too.
No, please, don't send me out there with them.
Tony, you've outlived your usefulness to me. I paid you well to provide me with subjects in the past. I warned you not to use your boat for other purposes. But since you've been so foolish as to allow these young people to find their way here without my knowledge, I think it only right that you should share their fate.
Do you mean...
That's exactly what I mean. Tony was my source of supply for subjects. In the past, they were always convicts escaped from the penal island. Now I find him no longer dependable.
You really think you can get away with this madness?
Madness? What I've planned is a pleasant evening's diversion.
See, I know he was only kidding. Well, that's just a toy. Well, I couldn't kill anyone. I guess it could kill somebody.
Yes, it can. And soon we'll try to prove it.
Please, Mr. Bellows, don't do this awful thing. Oh, please.
You have nothing to be alarmed about, young lady. You're in no danger, either of you. Your life here with me will be a pleasant one. You'll find me a most accommodating host.
Do you think Jeannie and I'll have if you send Pete and Johnny out and kill them in that jungle?
Yes, I think so. I know so. No one has ever left this island, dead or alive. And since the unfortunate incident involving my wife has left me without feminine company, I look forward to getting to know you both better. Much better.
Look, isn't it enough you have to make sitting ducks out of Pete and me? You have to hurt the girls, too?
Hurt them?
Johnny, he really means it. What are we going to do?
I think you asked the wrong person about your future activity. Go with Shandor. Shandor, lock them in their room and then come back at once. Very touching. But to return to your question, Pete, I will tell you exactly what to do up to a certain point. The rest, then, will be up to you. Are you listening to this, Tony? It applies to you, too. The moonlight's bright tonight, so you will make your way to the starting point of the chase. It's in the center of the jungle. Ivor will give you exact directions. The natives used to call it the Tree of Death. I will give you plenty of time to plan your flight before I follow with the crossbow. And just 3 of these. Just 3 shots. That's all I allow myself. Very sporting, don't you think? You haven't answered me. Don't you think it's very sporting of me to allow myself just 1 chance at each of you?
Oh, sure. Real sporting.
Regular Marquis of Queensbury.
In a jungle that you know like the palm of your hand? With that thing that could knock an elephant over? You're gonna hunt us down. Of course, we have nothing to defend ourselves with.
Not so fast, not so fast. You haven't allowed me to finish the entire plan of the evening's entertainment. Tony, here, catch. Oh, Tony, it isn't loaded.
He had us alone in here with an unloaded gun.
It's time to start. The odds are not completely one-sided. Your youth and numbers against my skill and experience. You'll find the ammunition in the branches of the Tree of Death. When that gun is loaded, my life will also be subject to how the hunt goes.
That rat. That lousy sting rat.
Shell, he left only 1 shell.
That's the way his twisted mind works.
What do you mean?
Don't you see? He allows himself 3 shots, 1 for each. And we get 1 shot at him. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. Now, give me the gun and let's get moving.
Oh, no, you don't, Buster. You just hand over that bullet.
Don't be a fool, Tony. I'm a better shot than you are.
Yeah? You ever shot a man?
No.
Well, I have. And I ain't taking any chances on no amateur.
Well, which way should we go?
I don't know which way you 2 guys are going, but I'm going alone. So long, suckers.
Hey! Hey, come back here!
No, no, let him go. It's better if we do split up. It doubles our chances.
How?
Well, below can't hunt in 2 directions at once. Now, look, the way I figured, we must be right about in the middle of the island. We'll head that way, try to get to the beach, and then work our way back to the house.
Back to the house? Are you nuts? Well, let's try to find the boat.
Well, we've got to try and get the girls out first.
Oh, but Below said he wouldn't touch...
Never mind what he said. I know what he meant. I don't like the way those goons of his kept looking at the girls. Come on, let's get started.
I just don't see how you figure this.
Never mind. We've got to do what we can. And that's the first thing.
Well, here's hoping we find the second thing. What do we...
The guard's still out there, and wide awake.
Oh, Betty, what are we going to do? Even if we do get out of this room, where are we going to go?
I don't know. Maybe we could find the boys and try to get to the boat.
We don't even know where it is. Oh, it's just no use.
Oh, even this window's locked. Come here, Jeannie. Listen to me. I've got an idea. Don't ask any questions. Just do exactly as I say.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Here. Oh.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was moving it and it just broke. I'm sure I can fix it if you could get me some glue. I didn't mean to break it. It was such a pretty vase.
Jeannie, come on, hurry. Come on, I'll help you climb out.
Out there? But we'll be killed.
No, we won't. There's a ledge out there. We can work along that till we come to an open window. Well, what if there's something? Never mind, it's the only way. Come on, hurry up. Be careful, too.
It's gonna have to go so we catch Tony Bartel.
So, Tony, we come to the end of the trail. I'm disappointed in you, Tony. You've known me long enough to realize that I wouldn't give you a gun without first taking the precaution of removing the firing pin. You find that hard to believe? Well, you see, Tony, if I hadn't given you the gun, you would never have given me the pleasure of seeing your face at the moment of the kill.
Oh, no, please. Please, don't do it, please. I'll never give your secret away. I promise. I'll get you more convicts. I'll never make a mistake again, please.
All right, Tony. I'll reconsider.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You won't be sorry. You won't be sorry.
Enough of this. I have work to do. You get back to the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll go right now.
Tony. I have reconsidered.
You sure I heard a scream?
I can't tell.
I think it might just have been a jungle bird.
No, I'm sure it was Tony. That means we're next. Oh, come on, Johnny, let's try and find that boat. It's our only chance.
Now, we're not going to do anything until we get the girls free. Now, come on. I think this is the way to the beach.
Hurry, back to the tree of death. We'll pick up the other trail there.
We made it this far.
Yeah, but where is this far?
I don't know, but it's closer to far away than back in that room. Come on. Terrible workroom I told you about. Oh. Wait a minute. Maybe we can find a knife or something in there. Come on. Over here. We gotta get a couple of these that we can carry easily.
Oh, it's no use, Betty. Even if we did, I couldn't use one anyway. Jeannie, listen to me.
Good evening, ladies.
Keep away from us. Keep back. I'm warning you, I'll use this. Jeannie, run for the door. He can only get one of us.
Mr. Ballou told me to take good care of you ladies.
Don't come any closer.
Can't you see I'm harmless? I'm not going to hurt you.
Wait, where's that scream coming from?
Off screen.
Okay.
It's our friend.
Oh, okay.
Think it's time to break out the judo moves.
Can't you see?
Aren't you supposed to like rack him or something?
Nice!
That's what Miyagi taught me. Now, you're going to want to really apply the moisturizer for the next few days, because I'm not going to lie to you. You got some skin issues now.
Please tell other future customers to come.
Let's just take a bath here.
Lost. What's the use? It's only a matter of time before Below catches up with us.
I don't think we are lost. The jungle's thinning out. We must be getting closer to the beach.
So what? I don't mean to put you down, Johnny, but even if we do find the beach, then what are we going to hold?
Well, come on. We got to make time. This way. Don't make a sound. He hasn't seen us yet. Back off.
Can't get out.
Sinking.
It's quicksand.
Struggle. Keep quiet.
Something scared him. We gotta get out of here, too.
I can't make it, John, I just can't make it. Get him off of me! Get him off!
Billow's not far behind us. I think that's what scared our little friend off. Come on, Pete, you think you can make it?
I got a choice.
Dignity. Now what?
Oh, we're out of that awful house. Now we'll have to try to find the boys.
I just hope Below doesn't find them first.
What's the matter with you, you clumsy ox? Twice tonight you've given our position away, and now you can't even find the trail. Grateful that your own stupidity will save me the trouble of getting rid of you. Too bad the leeches will do their work so well. You might have made an interesting specimen for my museum. Oh, I'm sorry, Shandor. I won't be able to stay to enjoy your last moments, but I am urgently required elsewhere.
Okay, I guess so. We better keep moving then. We'll never find the boys just sitting here.
May I say it just once more, please?
What?
I'm scared.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, so am I. But we've got to go on. Let's go this way.
That's Betty and Jeannie. Come on. You all right? Come on. Let's get out of here, fast.
So it's you. I had thought to permit you to enjoy the hospitality of my island while I took care of more pressing business. But since...
Bello doesn't get us, the strain will.
We're gonna have to try a real grandstand play. Betty, did any of Bello's boys follow you?
From the sound they made, I'd say the whole bunch is out looking for us.
Good. At least they'll be out of the house. Pete, drop down and see if you can see any signs of them.
Pete, be careful.
Put me at him.
It's okay. It's okay, come on.
We haven't got a chance without a gun. We've got to get back into the trophy room.
We can't. We just got out of there.
No, that's just why we can take a chance on going back there. Bello's guards will still be out looking for you girls. Now, if we can shake Bello and get back there before the guards do, we can get the guns and maybe have a chance to stay alive long enough to find the boat. Come on. There's one guy that's not out combing the bushes for us.
Should we jump him, Johnny?
No, I don't think so. I think our best chance is to try and sneak past him. Locked.
You surprised?
Oh, very funny. Don't just stand there. Try and find something to open it with.
Well, after we get it, what are we going to do?
We're going to try and get out of here and find the boat.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't want to stay in here any longer than we have to.
Yeah, that ought to do the trick.
Hurry.
Nick, Brooke.
There's no ammo here.
Well, there's gotta be. These guns are useless to us without it.
No, I know.
Somebody's coming.
Let's get out of here.
I'm flattered that someone should want a further look at my little souvenir. No one else has ever come back a second time. Alive. It's rather dark in here. Perhaps we should have a little more light. Well, let's try elsewhere. Or there. No? Well, well. No there either. Well, there's plenty of time. Strange about these old walls. The smallest sound is amplified. If one sits quite still, one can hear the slightest murmur. Sometimes even the slightest breath. There's a certain closeness about this place. I've never corrected it. It helps preserve my trophies. But at times, it does make breathing difficult. I've sat here so long that I find I can sit for hours and not make a single sound. Not a single sound. A single sound. Stay just where you are.
That's far enough, fellow. Don't come any closer.
I think it was rather rude of you to force open my gun cabinet. But I'll overlook it, since you spared my ammunition chest. Oh, yes. I know your guns are quite useless. No. I wouldn't try that if I were you. It would only hasten your death and that of all your friends.
Okay, Bello. You win.
I never doubted it. Did you?
Well, why don't you get it over with?
Oh, not so fast, my young friend. I have an idea that appeals to me. Let me group you in this setting, alive as you will be in death for all time.
What do you mean?
I'll show you, my dear. I've never had the pleasure of a trial arrangement of my trophies. You, Pete, over there. Move. And you, my dear, I think you'd look most effective with your arms around Johnny's neck.
Oh, wait a minute. You promised to let the girls live.
That's right. I did promise. But since they obviously helped you kill the guard, I'm afraid I can no longer trust them.
Guard? Oh, we didn't kill any guard.
What?
Honest. The only guard we saw was at the gate, and we sneaked past him.
Quiet. Don't make a sound. Any of you. Not a sound. You, over to my chair, and throw the last switch. Move, quickly, quickly. Hurry, the last switch. Chandor, stop. I warn you.
It's all over and we'll be safe now.
But we're not off this horrible island yet. Those others.
Well, don't worry about them. Now that Below's dead, I don't think they'll give us any trouble. I guess Below never thought he'd be the prize exhibit in his own museum.
Well, folks, I think we learned a little something here today. One thing we definitely learned is do not hire the alcoholic captain to drive your boat anywhere. I mean, and they knew this guy was an alcoholic.
Bingo.
So that was goofy. 2, if somebody says they're going to hunt you and they're not armed, then strangle them immediately or just kick them in the head or do whatever you got to do. Get out of there.
Especially it's 4-1.
3, I think we learned that, well, I just suspect that there's a whole lot more to human taxidermy than this movie
definitely
let on. I mean, I didn't learn that from the movie. I just kind of thought, you couldn't preserve people that well, no. And you definitely couldn't do it like, 5 minutes after they're dead or something like this movie does.
Especially the couple,
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, but I don't know if we learned anything else.
Oh, man. There was one that I thought, one other thing we can learn.
You think so?
Anything is treasure.
Anything is treasure?
Yeah.
How do you figure that?
It just depends on the person.
It's one man's junk is the next one? I got to say, that's one thing. Did you know what the heck that was they were pulling out of the beach?
I have no idea.
He acted like it was some kind of she found a carton of dildos or something.
I didn't know what it was.
What is going on here?
I thought it was just like some shawl. What is it? Or maybe like a thing to collect.
Was it negligee or something?
Yeah, netting of some kind.
He acted he's like, I'll tell you about that when you're older, kid, or something.
Or what is this thing?
Oh, well.
What is a big loofah? That's awesome.
Oh, well, folks. Thanks for joining us for the show that was on this glorious day in October. It'll be October when this show's soon, very soon. So I think we need to remind them what they need to do till next time the show occurs. Do you remember what we should tell them?
Keep popping, Colonel.
Yeah, right. Let's do it. Keep popping, Colonel. See you next time, folks.
Adios.